Hello! Welcome to this week's episode. We're about to get started. We've got a lot of fun things planned. Let's toss it right over to the players so we can get to our recap. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, all of your cameras are... Oh, there it goes. It's slowly
Hi.
changing. It's okay.
Hi again.
We're all green again. I don't know
Try
why.
it again.
No.
The issues...
I got no cam today. Don't worry
If
about
I
it.
transition out and
Izzy.
back in, you're just all going to go green again.
Don't
No,
worry about
Izzy
it,
just
sweet
looks
cheeks.
like that.
Yep.
Izzy is literally a dragonborn.
Yep.
Okay, Danny, you got to do it last time, so I'm gonna have to ask that someone else does it. But
Oh, are
the
you
recap-
giving inspiration?
Yeah, I'll offer inspiration for someone who wants to do recap,
But not for me.
not for you. You did it last time. We have to at least offer it to someone else first. But if no one claims it in 10 seconds, you can do it.
All right, boys, get ready for this.
Oh, you.
We went to Huvix, a city with more colorful folk. All right, everyone but Gwen and David were getting funny looks because they look normal. Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normies.
We met a weird dude playing cars that smells like lavender roses and cologne.
He was charming, not weird.
Uh-huh.
You're so
So sad.
And we played some weird games with him. Some people a little bit more than others. And then let's see what else is in my notes. Ava and Lucian might have something weird going on with them now because of that
Who?
guy.
Oh.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
Look out for it during the stream. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
Finish that.
Yup. And then we go to fancy home with a pretty blonde woman that was definitely not crying. I think her name is Lucy. And there was another dude, his name's Damon, and he's the parents to a guy named Saivic who goes to our school. What? And they have hired us to find Denny, Saivic, Caeda. That's her name, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're doing good.
Yeah. Thank you. Because they never returned to school like they were supposed to. And turns out they were like kidnapped or something. There's a ransom note written in Infernal, some weird shit. Maybe Shaibik's father made a deal with weird Infernal people, and that's why they were kidnapped.
That's right. We
Let's
say
see.
infernal people because we're inclusive
Infernal
and
people. Yeah.
devils may not exist in this setting. We're still out on that one. The other planes may or may not be real.
It's more exclusive to just say they don't exist, you know?
You never know.
You know, Damon and Saivic looked like they haven't aged for like the past 10 years, except for Saivic growing up from a little kid, but his face still looked the same. Damon is getting blackmailed, or he's a little corrupt. He's a weird little politician guy. And Denny's uncle is a sussy owl man who didn't want us to look in his underwear drawer.
Is that sus?
What else?
Is that weird?
He
Yeah.
is,
Real
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
So weird to not be open about it.
Very sussy.
I guess I'm weird. I don't know.
Denny's uncle tried to he tried to poison our party member Rosaris. Alright, he casted take poison on his tea and it was poison. That's crazy.
It was a
And we
good
got
poison.
1,000 platinum for our little ransom mission that we gotta do. That's about it.
Last
That'd be
question
good,
before
Shorty.
you get this oh so coveted inspiration. What are the current objectives of the party? It's pretty obvious that you guys are trying to recover the kidnapped students, but like, what's the next step, at least for Gwen, that we're trying to get to? Like, what's next?
Shit. I low-key don't remember, Shorty. What the fuck?
You got a question with yours.
Okay.
Nice doing inspiration.
Okay, we gotta find our homies and maybe figure out what the fuck is going on with Saivic's family, cause they're fucking weird.
A little bit.
And Denny's uncle. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Sure. All right. I'll take it. You have inspiration. You
Yay!
can keep it, mark it on your character sheet. You get 1 free reroll if you ever roll really poorly. I'm tempted to say it doesn't work on nat ones, but I'm not gonna be that guy. This game's already hard enough. You guys don't heal fully on a long rest. At that point, it's considered bullying, and I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't want to be bullied today, Shorty.
I
Shouldn't have got on.
Yeah, you shouldn't have got on. I posted on the Instagram story this morning that I was very ready to traumatize my players, and you guys still shouldn't.
Whoa!
This is your own fault.
What?
Either by ignorance of not checking the Loomis Instagram, you can follow it. It's at
Hey,
Loomis.
Big,
I didn't
don't add on Twitch.
I was wondering if
Hold
that
on.
was like a, subliminal message with that cup.
It's
oh
not
my
subliminal.
god, I'm not even following
No,
on.
it was expressly
I don't know if
stated.
this
I
is
thought it was-
mirrored, but it says tears of my players. I've been drinking coffee. I didn't solve it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is gonna be
before we
fun.
waste too much time, I see you guys
All
are
right,
checking
likewise.
the Instagram now.
I am.
Turn your notifications on. Come on.
I didn't even know we
I
had
don't-
Instagram.
Me neither.
Yeah, we don't use it very often. We'll have to start posting eventually. I don't want to tell you guys what to do. You took a long rest. You wake up in the morning. I don't think any of you guys really expended many resources anyway. It is bright and early as you want to wake up. It could be 6, it could be 10. Completely up to you guys. You still have the entire city of Hubbox at your disposal. You guys have been poking around trying to find some information about these missing kids. You've talked to the Maestrom family. You've even talked to Marvis Vion, Denny's uncle, and investigated the house a little bit. I'm going to give you guys free reign to continue on and ask questions and progress it however you want. I'm not going to tell you where to go. You tell me where you're going. So we'll start by saying, who wakes up first? And I feel like it's a very obvious question because we have an elf in the party who only needs to sleep for 4 hours. So Natalie,
Yeah.
you're responsible for starting this.
All right. I wake up the very possibly earliest that I can. So I'm gonna say I actually went to bed, let's say like 8-ish. Woke up at 12. And then I'm gonna actually sneak out and just adventure around a little bit. Specifically kind of looking for places where people that are involved in running the town might work, people like higher level merchants, people like that, just kind of trying to get a lay of the land and the people in this area.
Yeah, I'll let you make a roll for it to see if you get any significant information, but just blanket. You are already in a really nice neighborhood. The Maestrom Manor is in this upper class, high society place. It's located on one of the hills. You can see like all of the city sprawled out before you, the river cutting through it. That alone, you're able to see the names on some of the gates. You're able to see mailboxes and some shops in this district that are probably pretty significant. You also know Damon gave you directions to his office, which is located in like a different part of the city that's not too far away. So you can walk through there. You might get stopped by the guards a couple of times, but after letting them know, hey, I'm with Damon, he has me doing things, it's kind of confidential, they'll let you pass. So with that being said, I'm going to let you tell me what skill you're using, because I think you guys have a good enough understanding of the skills to know like what you're trying to do. So if you want to give me investigation, you can, or if you're trying to like talk people up and get some information, you could obviously roll persuasion. Tell me, how do you want to go about it?
I think at first I would walk around and just try to like take in the surroundings and get an idea without communicating, like, oh, that building looks important. Oh, there's a significant amount of people leaving this one late at night, so maybe they meet here for stuff. So I'm gonna do investigation first.
Sweet, let's do it.
It's a 3.
Ooh,
Nice.
Athera is not great at investigation.
I'm taking
Yeah.
Izzy's inspiration. All right.
If only you offered to do the recap.
Yeah,
that recap
I
was
mean-
perfection. I wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't
Thank
dare
you.
touch
Thank
it.
you, Nat.
I mean, on a 3, you're obviously not very successful, so the information I gave you holds true, but we're going to say that you spend most of the early morning hours, kind of just wandering through the city. And it is so weird and strange. I described it last time, but I'll go into like a tiny bit more detail. You're walking around, there are fireflies kind of buzzing in and out. It's late summer, so it's very nice and warm. You're by the coast, you hear the waves. There's a couple of people walking around, but the city is so weird and strangely put together. There's like some sections where half of the city is built down next by the river and the rest is built up, so you're kind of like getting lost trying to navigate it. You don't recognize half the buildings. You confuse houses for shops, for libraries, for restaurants. Everything is so weird and strange, not only because it's Huvix, but also because of you not really being familiar with the general vibe. You don't really get much information. You walk around the city, though, so you get a couple of places stored in your noggin that you could reference back to. I'll say that a couple of places that you might have passed by were, there's a smith not too far away from Damon's house, and I think that he might have even mentioned that before Saivic, Caeda, and Denny left, they all did like a little round of gathering supplies. So you look out, there's a smith, there's a general store, there's like an adventuring shop with some gear like potions and things that you take note of, but you don't really get anything from it because they're all closed. It's, 3 in the morning.
All right. Then I will go back. Slightly disappointed at myself.
With that being said, the rest of you guys all eventually kind of slog awake. I know Lucian's not sleeping very much, but you're all awake, probably bright and early, crisp 6 a.m. The Maestrom family feeds you guys breakfast. Damon is off to the office for a little bit. He invites you guys to come along if you'd like, but I'll let you take it from there.
I want to stop him before he goes.
Yeah, he serves you
Talk
guys
to him.
breakfast, and you kind of catch his attention. He says,
Yeah, not
Yes,
with like
what do you
everybody
mean?
else around though. Could we maybe talk in your office here or something real quick?
Yes, sure. I see no reason why not. Yeah, that's fine. He walks you upstairs. You guys go to the office. He opens the door, which, did you guys ever lock it back?
No.
Right,
Yeah,
guys?
I don't think we did.
Somebody
He
definitely said
slips
it.
a key in and turns it, and there's no latch, so he kind of furrows his eyebrows a little bit, glances at you, but opens the door and invites you in, closes it, and he says, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to go over a few things and ask some questions before we leave.
Well, feel free. That's what I'm here for.
So she's gonna pull out a paper and a quill, I guess, and give it to him. Can you please write the exact route that your son would have taken and where exactly the communications have stopped in words, please?
Sure. Yes.
Humor me.
He writes it down and he gives it to you, and I'll explain it to you out loud. I don't have.
I don't need you
map.
to explain it to me.
Okay, cool. But he
Okay.
gives you the
So
exact. route.
anyway, while
Um,
he's writing that,
Yeah.
thinking about it, being a parent and having your child go missing, it must be terrible. Imagine what you're feeling right now. You must be sick. Is gone, and who knows what's happening to him, and what if you never see him again? I can't imagine what that must feel like.
He stops writing mid-sentence and looks at you with a very furrowed brow, and he says, "You don't seem very confident in your own ability to retrieve him. That's not reassuring."
No, I am confident. But I'm just trying to sympathize with you. I imagine you're going through quite a lot right now.
I would say so.
Well, I want you to know that we will find him. And I'm sure nothing terrible has happened.
I would certainly hope. I am obviously deeply worried. And I know my son is capable, and Denny is capable, and Caeda is also showing herself to be quite the young woman, but it's a large and dangerous world.
Can I insight him? I want to see if he is like actually worried or scared, or if he's like abnormally calm, like as if he knows more to this whole thing that's going on, isn't caring enough, basically.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Insight check. We love rolling those.
Ha! I'm getting you now, the first one. I don't know what my insight is, and this isn't loading. Okay, now that was a good start. Okay. So I got an 18.
Ooh. He is deeply concerned. However, he is putting up a pretty good facade about it, so he's trying to make it seem like he is less worried or stressed than he actually is, and you probably can put some puzzle pieces together here. The stuff you found in his office about being blackmailed or corrupt, those would lead to someone potentially kidnapping his son, so he's trying to make it seem like he is a little more surprised than he is, but he is still deeply worried. That much is absolutely true.
All right. Well, when he's done writing, I'm going to take the paper, and I'm going to put it on his desk, and then I'm going to take the ransom note, and I'm going to put it next to that paper, and then I'm going to take the letters from Saivic, and I'm going to put it next to the paper. And then I'm going to take out a little tiny magnifying glass that I borrowed from Lucian when he wasn't looking, and I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to analyze the paper. I just want to see if there's any similarities to the writing.
Sure, yeah.
Doesn't steal anything.
No. I said borrow. I will give it back to you. You don't know. I have it.
Give me an investigation check. I'm going to set... The DC's pretty high, but I'm going to give you advantage because you're being very specific about what you want.
Sure am.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. That was a bad one, so... I think I'm gonna use my thing because I got 2 bad rolls.
Be my
This
guest.
is probably so stupid to use it on too. All right, I'm going for a new dice. Hold on.
Okay. You can re-roll with advantage.
I got a net.
I think you said 20. You cut out a little bit, but
She really said
Sweet.
that one.
These are the
You
ones
said
I'm
that one.
using.
She's so happy about her nat one.
No.
so natural 20. We love
Natural
to see
20 for something that probably doesn't fucking matter, but hey.
that. Here is the information. The handwriting is all unique.
Okay.
There's no overlap here. Saivic's is individual, Damon's is individual, the Infernal is individual. However, on a natural 20, you start analyzing the paper itself, and Saivic's paper looks a little weathered. Like he was out adventuring, it was in his bag, it probably got crumpled up a little bit. He mailed it off, and, it looks a little used, I guess. The one from Damon is completely fresh, and the one with the Infernal on it is also incredibly pristine. You don't see any wrinkles or rumples in it. You don't see anything that would have given you the idea that it was like dropped in water or like messed up at all. It is in perfect condition. So the question is, if this person is writing from Ilium, how did it get all the way here in such a condition?
Okay. I guess that's something. All right. So she's gonna put all the papers kind of in her bag. I thought it was weird about the ransom note, Mr. Maelstrom. It just feels weird. It feels odd. Too clean. How do we even know that these are the people that have your son? I mean, they didn't make any threats from what you told us. They didn't have a deadline. I mean, they didn't even say they have them. These people in Ilium.
I completely understand where you're coming from with this, but as a politician, I think many people might have it out for me, so to speak. But this seems more than a coincidence. That my children and Caeda go missing, and then very shortly after, the ransom note appears on my desk.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And then she's gonna stuff everything into her bag, and she's gonna take out her journal and the quill, and she's gonna open it up. All right. Now, I hope you don't get offended, but I do have to ask you some questions, and I'm not gonna treat you any differently than I would treat anyone else, because everybody's a suspect in my book until they're not, and just because you're rich and you have a little bit of power doesn't mean you're gonna get special treatment from me, okay?
Understood.
Okay. All right. Then she's
If
gonna
it helps
pull
find
out.
my son, I'm willing to play along.
Great. Please give me your name, full spelling.
Damon Maestrom, Daiamon. Maestrom is Maestrom.
She just kind of like tilts her head at him a little bit. Well, that was weird, because that was like the #1 rule we were told not to do when we got here.
I
just
trust
gave
you.
me your name. Do I feel any different? Do I have power over you? You're indebted to me now, right?
I'm gonna roll an insight check for Damon. You say that, and you like perk up a little bit, like, "Ooh, I got you." But he kind of just rests against the desk, and he says, I hope you understand that finding my son, if it means giving up personal possessions, I just gave you a large sum of money that is enough to put anyone into the highest class of most cities. Giving my name would be absolutely worth it.
Yeah, I just honestly, really, that wasn't for the investigation. I just wanted to see if you'd do it, because like that was what we were told not to do explicitly when we got here.
You
And then
still should
also,
not.
I do like having favors owed to me by very rich, powerful people too, so that also helps. But anyways, let's get back to the investigation.
Please do.
So, I want you to really explain to me here, because I'm having trouble following me, Ryder. Could you please no? Hold on 1 second.
Well, are you guys planning on investigating anyone else and pinning them to a corner and interrogating them?
No, I just want to cast detect magic on that painting and see if it's magical or just the actual depiction of it.
Yeah, after you wake up, you can go to the room, you cast detect magic, just ritually, no spell slot, and there's no magic in the painting.
Okay.
Cool. I was just gonna try to find the smith that I forget. Gosh, I forget her name. Whatever, the sending spell.
Yeah.
I can just roll. Yeah, Elfina. I can just roll for it. I'm looking for like the name of a smith shop that would have something that stands out, or like the symbol for it.
I'll let you do investigation with advantage, trying to
Cool.
locate and find this place.
Investigation is 18.
Hell yeah. You take a walk. The party's kind of split at the moment, so you head down, you go into one of the like shop districts, and you do find a smith, and you notice that very, very subtly, the Order of Arion symbol is like etched into the symbol for his shop. There's like that metal sign that swings and hangs, and you see that it's kind of hard to notice, but you know what you're looking for.
Yep.
So it almost blends in and looks like a sunrise, but you see the Order of Arion symbol. You know this is the place. So you head up to the guy. He's just inside the shop cleaning a couple weapons. It's this bald guy, tan skin, kind of large, kind of muscular, probably about 6 foot, dark eyebrows. He looks at you, gives you a nice little greeting. He says, "Hey, welcome in."
Hi. Yeah, nice weapons you have here.
Thanks.
Yeah. A lot of these swords, I feel like you shouldn't unsheath them without reason, right?
Yeah, you should never sheath them without honor.
Cool. Just a heads up. If you have any information on some underhanded activity with the Maestrom family, I would really appreciate it. If not, no big deal, but just as a heads up.
Are you talking about the blonde kid and the owl that came in here with, I'm assuming to be someone you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came in, gosh, it's got to be 2 weeks ago, a little bit more, maybe. They came in, just bought some spare gear, a couple of daggers. The young girl, Caeda, I think was her name. Apparently she and I have a couple mutual friends, you included, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, they came in here, they got some stuff. They were prepping for a long adventure and wanted to make sure that they were well stocked up before they leave.
Cool. Anything out of the ordinary? Or just typical?
No, blonde kid was a little nervous, but he was trying to put up a facade of confidence. The owl was not. He was just blatantly nervous.
Makes sense. Well, if you hear anything, I'm Rosaris.
Nice to meet you, Rosaris. John.
Nice to meet you, John. Yeah, if you hear anything, Caeda's part of the Order, but we're not really part of the Order. We're the weird ones. Little pups.
Yeah, you're those kids. I heard about you. I haven't been there since, everything happened, but...
But yeah, also, Mr. Maestrom seems to be having a little bit of a blackmail problem. Just a professional courtesy might be something helpful for you down the way.
I'll start looking into that. This place has been pretty clean for the past while, but if we've got some, dirty activity, I'll have to start snooping around a little bit.
I'll come let you know if I find anything else out. We should be coming back at some point once I find them. I'll let you know.
Sure thing. Well, pleasure to meet you. Stay safe.
You too.
Don't make any bad choices out there.
Oh, I'm gonna make plenty.
He gives you a smile and a nod, and you head out. Switching scenes again, back to Danny and... Or not Danny, you're the player. Ava and...
Same difference.
Damon. Yeah, same thing.
Okay, last question.
Yes. Right.
All right. So I want you to explain to me how you look so fucking good. Like, don't give me the bullshit of the skincare routine and the hairstylist, because I know a lot of humans, and at your ancient age of 40, whatever, none of them look as good as you do. And, I mean, your wife, who's also about the same age, I can see it in her. She's got the lines, she's got the wrinkles, I mean, she's been crying and everything. You can see it in her face. She is the age that she is. So are you telling me that you're just an asshole and don't share your pampering routine? Or something else is going on here? Plus, your son is missing. If my child was missing, I would be a wreck. My hair would be a mess. You'd see dark circles under my eyes from not sleeping. You would see me a wreck. And yet here you stand, perfect as can be. And I'm getting closer and closer to him, just really, really inspecting. Face, eyes, skin.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. That is a 13 plus 6.
19 total.
Mm-hmm.
He backs up a little bit, and you're analyzing his features, and there's no change from previous, so I'll simply restate it very concisely. In every sense of the word, perfect, pristine. There's no flaws. You don't see moles, you see freckles, you see perfect straight lines, you see the perfect curves of cheekbones,
Mm-hmm.
insane genetics at best.
Right. Okay.
He's worried and kind of leaning back a little bit and looks down at you and he says, "Are you going to let this go?"
No, I'm not. Because, see, the thing is, I think that you're not telling us everything, right? And if we go to try and save your son, and it's a trap, or way more dangerous than we think it to be, and any one of the people that I care about get hurt, well then, the least of your worries is going to be some stupid secret that you don't want to have get out.
I'm going to have you roll persuasion. I'm going to tell you the DC beforehand so that you
Okay.
know there is a very clear cutoff between success and failure here. The
Okay.
DC is going to be 20.
Wow.
But if you roll high enough and you get it, there is some room for success. But on a failure, this is probably going to blow up in your face. Just
Oh
letting you
shit. Okay.
know. Setting the stakes, letting you know what's it.
Okay, what's the cutoff? I got a 14.
20.
I got a 14 flat. My
Mhm.
hands are shaking right now. What is my... You said persuasion?
Yep.
14 plus 6. What is it? What is it?
It's a 20.
20.
No way.
You're
Shaking.
pressing into Damon. On a 20 perception, I'm also going to show you, I'm going to let you know that he
Okay.
put a hand behind his back, and then as you're talking to him and saying, like, I'm going to find your son, I need to know everything, you're, like, saying just the right thing to make him give it up. He takes his hand out from behind his back. He doesn't have a weapon or anything, but you do see that a little bit of, like, pink light was starting to circulate in his palm. He was going to cast a spell, but he lets it dissipate, and he raises his
shit.
hand, and he says, Fine. I will let you know that, of course, my son and I are a little unique. It is something that is shared within our genetics. He kind of adjusts himself, stands up, and steps to the other side of the desk, and then he looks at you and he studies your face for a second, like squinting his eyes. And then you see his features. He looks like he starts to go into a little bit of pain. He squints his face and grunts a little bit, and his bones start to move underneath his skin. His hair elongates into a long red, and he, over the course of 30 seconds or so, takes on your exact appearance.
What the... She's
And I can't do your
literally...
voice, but you can imagine it's yours.
She is stumbling back into, like, the bookshelves, eyes wide.
He holds up his
What
hands,
the
or
fuck?
she holds up her hands now. You say, it's unique, it's not something very common, and it's something I have to keep a secret. Otherwise, my position on the city might get, removed, because I can obviously get a lot of people in trouble like this, but I don't want people to know.
She's just in shock. Can you not be me while you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay.
nod your head back at yourself, and then you watch as the transformation reverses, and Damon stands up a little bit taller again. The hair shrinks back, loses its color, his cheekbones set back into place, his jaw straightens out a little bit. A little bit of blood starts coming from his nose, and he wipes it away on a little napkin and sets it on his desk, and he kind of leans over a little bit, exhausted. And he says, that... I assume you're going to use this for good purposes and not to extort me like others might do.
Well, no, because I already have your name now, so I don't need to do that. This is good. Like, great. I've never seen one of you before. What?
I don't know. It is simply a gift that my father gave to me and that I gave to my son, and it's useful in the right scenario, but in the wrong hands, it could be very, very bad.
Right. I can see why.
Mhm.
So who knows?
My wife
Okay, yeah, no. Who knows that wants to harm your reputation, Damon?
I don't know. That is the
With
problem,
you?
is I don't know.
Can I insight that to make sure that he's actually, like, he really doesn't know?
You can, but I'm gonna tell you that he's willingly failing his
Okay,
save
alright,
against that.
alright.
He's
Okay,
being
we got a
odd.
trusting now. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point,
Alright.
you would be able to tell if he's like stammering over his words or lying, but he's being completely
Right.
honest. He doesn't.
Okay. You really don't know. Alright. Well, this has been enlightening. I don't know what to say after seeing all that.
Nothing. You promise to leave it within your
Right.
memory,
No,
expunge
yeah.
it if possible.
Just, I won't. You have
As a
my
matter
word.
of fact, I will offer, if you would like, if it's something that you do not feel comfortable knowing, because plenty of people have the capability of poking and prodding around in memory, that I could preemptively remove it for you.
Oh no, you don't.
But I
have
would
to
not do that without your express permission.
I promise I will not tell a single soul. What? What are you rolling?
He
I have your name. You owe me. You're indebted to me. Something like that. That's what I was told. Therefore, the fact that you're some weird guy that can change into a girl and all that is none of my concern. In fact, good for you. You know, I bet your wife loves it.
I think you were deflecting. Please go rescue my son now.
You have my word, Mr. Maestrom. We'll get him back.
He opens the door and waves his hand for you to go out, and you see that he's a little... He's not any more pale. His skin is the exact same tone, but he seems a little lethargic as he walks through the hallway with you.
Sweet. What were you gonna cast on me? You were gonna kill me. Weren't you gonna kill
no.
me? You were gonna kill me.
No, it was not going to kill you. If you were going to continue pressing against this and I didn't think I could trust you, I was just going to remove the question from your memory, and then by the time that you thought to ask it again, you would hopefully be gone rescuing my son, who is still missing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, wow. You thought I'm trustworthy. That's a first for me. Thank you. Thank you for seeing that in me.
Thank you for rescuing my son.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You guys go downstairs where the rest of the party is sort of gathered up and waiting. We're sorry as you end up coming back because this whole exchange lasts a little while. You guys are grouped all together. Damon looks at you guys, sits down with you, and he says, well, what is the next step? Is there anything I can do, or do you have plans put in place?
We decided
Please
we're
tell
going to go. We're going to teleport to Ilimus and then walk down to wherever we're going.
Ilium.
Ilium?
Ilium, yeah. What's the best route to get to Ilium?
The road from Erlumis to Ilium.
Yeah, it seems like that's
cool.
the plan.
Sweet.
Great.
Is there a teleportation circle here?
No, but you could go back down to Highwater Crossing, where one of your professors had a teleportation circle that you came from.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to waste a couple precious hours, I think that in the grand scheme of things, a 2-hour trip isn't going to be the ultimate decision.
We can jog it, it's fine.
Yeah, I ask you to have haste. I will hire a carriage if you'd like. You can run there yourself.
Wait.
Up to you.
What do you reckon, guys? Carriage or jog?
Let's take the carriage if it's offered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Save our energy.
You guys don't want some extra exercise?
No.
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 Whatever.
Good.
Damon tosses a couple of gold coins across the table, probably about 10 or 11, and he says, just get the carriage. I would rather you leave now and go ahead and start making progress than make the decision and waste any more time.
Nope.
All right, let's go.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, you guys gather up the gold. You head out to the, southern end of the city. You take a carriage down. You head out towards Highwater Crossing, that small little village that Professor Corinth was from. You get to her house. Door is locked. Window is not. You guys sneak in, take the teleportation circle, and you are back on Earl Loomis's campus. Are you heading straight for Ilium? And if so, are we walking? Do we have horses? I think you guys have bought horses before. I don't know what the plan is.
I think our horses are Earl Loomis, aren't they? We could say the horses. We have a horse and wagon, don't we?
I honestly don't remember.
Somewhere. It's somewhere.
Yes, we do. Let's get that.
Yeah.
Let's go
We
get
absolutely do.
that
Yeah.
horse and wagon that we definitely
Do you
have.
have a wagon?
We do.
We do.
It's canon now.
I thought we just had horses. I have Aegon, so I don't really care.
We
I thought
probably
we had
just have
wagons.
horses.
Yeah, okay, horses.
I think you
Damn
just have
it.
horses. It's not like
Okay.
a wagon's going to do anything else. There's 6 of you. I'm sure you have 2 horses at the school. You guys have bought horses before.
Well, so
Um,
many horses.
So the 6 of you head out to Ilium. It's a couple hours. The trip down to Highwater, with paying a little bit extra to get there faster, is a little over an hour. The trip to Ilium is about 2 hours. And then you guys get there. And just to remind you, the name of the place that you are looking for is the Windy City
Windy City, eat.
Chicago.
Might be. So, the entire city of Ilium is, right at your doorstep. This beautiful, lush, fun, music and art-filled city. It's hard not to get a little excited and, go have fun. A couple of you guys have spent the summer here. To give a reference, it's kind of like Nashville, where that's, where a bunch of bards go. There's a bunch of bardic colleges. A lot of artists will come here. It is just a place of culture and vibrance and color and life. There's a lot of trade here, so it's a pretty wealthy city. But you guys are headed a little somewhere else.
I've been there a few times, right?
Yes, you have. Over the
So
summer,
do I know
you
the bartender's
you know the
name?
place. The Windy City Inn is located in the East Gate District, so it's on the opposite end of the city that you guys come in. So you have to make the trek to the other side. East Gate District is a little subpar. In a beautiful city like Ilium, it is seedy, to say the least.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. A lot of ruffians hang out here. It's a little more on the lower end of quality and of, wealth. So you guys are heading around. You come across this, kind of darker alleyway with this big 2-3 story inn and tavern place with a little sign hanging on the front. One of the chains broken that says Windy City Inn. A couple of the windows still have patches and some boardwork up, but it looks like the lights are on and people are inside just talking because it's still relatively early in the morning.
Guys, I have a suggestion to make. I think maybe I should go try to see just exactly who or what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
I'll go in.
Go sneaky like.
Do you want me to come along since I'm a little bit better at reading a room?
I look Athira up and down and kind of shudder a little bit. Well, Athira, you might stand out a little bit. See, I've been here a few times, and I know some people, and the way that you talk sometimes to people, too, oh, I have an idea. What if you become like a mouse, and you could just get into my pocket or something? Or a snake.
A snake?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that scare people?
No, that'd be badass. That'd be cool.
Well, how? I can't hide as a snake.
Well, maybe I'll just say you're my special poison sniffing snake.
They won't throw you out for bringing a snake along.
You think that's the worst thing someone has brought into this place?
I don't know. I haven't been here apparently as many times as you have.
Yes, you've never been here. Well, okay, fine. You can just be a mouse if you want and hide in my somewhere. My clothes are tight, but
If I'm
You
a
could probably
snake,
fit.
can you keep me not in your tight clothes?
You don't want me to put you in my pants. I'm kind of offended, but yeah, no. All right. I suppose you could just slither around.
Oh, maybe I could sit on your shoulders or something, if that's not weird. I mean, if I'm your snake
Oh my gosh, yeah! Curl up around my neck. It'll look so
pet, you are
cool.
so much more. You're too excited about this.
I am. You're gonna be so cool. Oh, can you like make your colors, or do you not control that?
Can we worry
I can-
about aesthetics a little
Wait,
bit
right?
later?
No, we have a thing to do. So come on, Athira.
And I'll shift and I'll try make the colors have like a little bit of a red tinge that kind of like match her black and red vibe she's got going.
I'll let you do that. Why not? It's still within the realm of like realism for a snake, so I see no reason to even question that. Ava, you look like the weirdest, strangest mob boss walking in with like this darker leather-fitted armor. I think you have like a cloak of elven kind attached to you as well. You have the whip on your side and a snake wrapped around like a scarf with like the tail and the head hanging down on different sides. Snake looking around at everyone. It is an interesting look for sure.
It's perfection.
It
You
is
know me.
perfection if you say. You walk up to this seedy, hole in the wall looking bar, so to speak. It's early morning hours, but it's still open. I say early morning, noon, we'll say. You open the door, you walk in, there are very few figures here. There is a little halfling woman set up behind the bar. She is currently leaning over, talking to another customer who's like kind of leaned down on their arm, talking to them in a hushed whisper. There's another person at a table in the corner who is kind of sitting there looking very scared, almost pathetic, like with their arms tucked into their lap, and another larger, sulking figure standing beside them, like twirling a dagger on the table. But you walk in and the entire room gets quiet and just looks at you. They stare for a second, and then those two go back to whispering to each other.
Mm-hmm. Do I know the bartender's name?
Yes, I'm going to say that you know the bartender as Remy. It might not be her
Remy?
real name, but she goes by
okay.
Remy Redeye.
Remy. Okay. Ava's gonna go up to the bar and sit, maybe not next to the whispering people, but like a few down. And
sure.
once she, I guess, catches Remy's attention.
Yeah, I'll say you sit down, you kind
I don't
of
wanna
patiently
interrupt
wait. Remy eyes you a couple of times and you just give a little wave. She finishes up a little conversation she's having with the guy leaning over the bar and she waves him off and they go back. Him and the other hulking figure over there like grab this guy and take him off into a back room somewhere. You hear them walking down some steps.
All right.
And then Remy slides over on the bar, puts her arms in front of you, leans on her elbows on the bar, and she just says, "Well, what can I do for you?"
Ava looks like stressed and distressed. Whatever you have that's really, really strong.
Well, we have some people here who fit that bill. We have some alcohol here who fits that bill. You need to be a little more specific.
Oh, I want strong liquor. Very strong.
That I can do. She turns around, climbs up a little ladder, grabs some top shelf alcohol, pours you a shot, garnishes it with some lime juice, puts it on the side, slides it to you. She says,
Thank you.
Now that'll be 8 silver pieces.
And she'll slide it over. And she'll take a sip and put it down. Remy, I gotta be honest with you. I'm in a rough spot right now. I need to make some money. I want to secure my future. And I've been hearing some whispers here and there about, I don't know, some people or something that kind of run things, you know? I don't know. I think maybe I could be useful. Maybe I could make some money and secure my future. Because if not, then I'm gonna be extorting pathetic old guys with a bit of money for the rest of my life. And I'm more than that.
He looks at you with a furrowed eyebrow, looking a little concerned, like she's actually listening and nodding her head along. And then when you finish talking, she just goes, "Do I know you?"
Ava? I've been in a few times.
Lots of faces and names pass through here.
I haven't really talked to you much, but I have made a few deals in here.
Well, lots of people come in here and do business. I can't say that I offer these extraneous opportunities to everyone who walks through my door.
Really? But what if I was more than just somebody? And the breeze feels nice today, doesn't it?
Now she leans back a little bit, looking a little more comfortable. She grabs another shot, hands it to you, and she says, "Okay, what were you saying about this, needing something to up the stakes, if I'm putting the pieces together correctly?"
Yes. I need to move up. I need to make more money.
Sure.
I need to secure my future.
Well, you've made quite a name for yourself. A couple people have been tossing your name into hushed conversations in the corner. Most good.
I know, thank you.
Some not as good. But that can be expected.
Can't win them all.
Now, I think rushing these sorts of things might not yield the results that you might want. But if you are so seeking, if anyone comes in looking for some light-footed talent, I'll be sure to mention you.
But do you know... Wait, are you one of the ones that run things? Behind the scenes?
Well, that's an interesting question to ask.
I keep hearing about these people, or person, or group. I don't know. Everyone keeps saying things, and maybe I could be useful.
She leans forward a little bit and kind of pats you on the arm. Will you roll me a perception check? But she's gonna kind of whisper to you, and she says, "You don't know if it's a person or a group or multiple people or something, because that's what they want you to know." You completely cut out.
So I said that does make sense. I only got 13.
Okay. You notice that she has a tattoo on her hand, and then there's one that you barely see glimpses of up like on her shoulder. She's wearing like a, kind of a tighter t-shirt. You can't see what the full tattoo is. The one on her hand, you notice it's just like 3 squiggly lines that go across her palm. She pats you a little bit and she says, "That's just how things work. When you're doing your job to the best of your ability, the people doing the work for you never even know your name."
I understand. Then she's gonna down her drink. Well then, I suppose I'll see you when I'm doing the utmost best of my ability. And then she's just gonna get up and go back out.
As you start walking away, she gives you a wave and she says, "Like I said, I'll mention your name whenever I can."
Thank you, Remy.
Can I have gotten a perception
Oh yeah, I
check on that
forgot
as
you were
well?
there.
Yes, you can.
Oh shoot!
Since you asked, absolutely.
Totally forgot you were there.
You're kind of a little bit lower. You
there.
can peek up that sleeve a little bit, maybe.
That's
Yeah.
right. I got an 18.
Oh.
I was literally
Oh.
just about to say the DC is 18. I'm not gonna change it. You're able to notice as her sleeve kind of folds a little bit, and you're able to peer up in there a little bit with your dark vision. You don't see the full thing, but you're able to piece together what it is. There is a palm tattoo. It's small. It's not like hand size, but it's a hand on her shoulder, and then through the center of the hand are 3 squiggly lines. Like it just goes over and it has one little squiggle, and then it goes through the palm. So it matches the one that was on her palm, kind of like that. But it's up there.
All right, and then gonna walk back out to the group. So, guys, I don't fucking know. Sorry, I have no idea.
I'm gonna like slither down like her arm and just fall on the ground and then wild shape back.
Bonk.
Did you see the tattoo on her shoulder?
The shoulder? No, I only saw some squiggles on her hand.
Well, that's highly ironic, actually.
Why?
Well, because the tattoo on her shoulder is of a hand with squiggles on it.
Yeah, that is weird. Does anyone know what that is? Any?
Shorty,
think
would I
so.
know? You can tell me. I'm trying not to.
Let's result it to a history check. I'm going to give you advantage. This is
No,
definitely
the Zach
something
no.
you-
That's the one we want to answer.
Oh,
Zach knows.
That knows. I know.
Okay.
I'm trying not to let my character know what I know. You said history.
Yeah, with advantage.
2 natural 17s plus 5.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
right.
Wow.
One of the organizations that the Order of Arion has had like the biggest eye on, other than the church, native to Hillmount, but located in a couple different places, but never expanding outside of Timira, to your knowledge. There is a large organized crime syndicate called the Breeze Hands. You know a little bit about it just from previous experience, but to put it over the table, and if you want to relay this information to the rest of the party, you can. They handle everything from like, setups to like planting things on people to stealing specific items. You can hire them out for that. They even have a couple of people who perform hit jobs. They have their hand in like corrupt politics in a couple of places. And as a matter of fact, they're really popular in Hillmount because they're one of the main forces fighting back against the Church of Paran. Because obviously, they don't want the Church of Paran controlling their territory because they can't do their business. So,
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Kieran associated with?
yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a throwback there. Yeah.
I'll just relay all of that, so everyone knows that now.
Ah.
So
So
what's
is
the plan
there-
here? We just give 1,000 platinum pieces to her and then hope for the best?
Alright.
Well, I don't think that should be our first option.
No. But right now it's our only option.
Well,
You
these
think they're
people are
here?
running things. And I don't exactly want to make enemies with them.
No.
Maybe we can figure something else out. Non-violence, perhaps?
That would work.
I disagree with that.
We're sorry. We're talking about, we'll get them back safely. My possible future will be still maybe secure, and everyone is happy.
If your possible future could potentially be kidnapping my sister, maybe it's better I snuff it out.
First of all, I bet there's way too many of them to take on us. Like, we'll all just die. I mean, we're just second years at Loomis. These are, the people that go in this place Oh, legit.
Good for you. Don't
No,
care.
no, not good for me. It's gonna suck for me. It's gonna suck for all of us.
So what's
We
our
don't
plan?
even know.
What's
We
the
don't
other
even
plan?
know if
Yeah.
we did anything.
Well, we should probably try to determine if Saivic and Caeda and Denny are actually here or
They're not
somewhere
going
else.
to be here.
Then let's
You
How do
never
you
have
know
a
that?
problem where the money's given. Because then I would just kill everyone here and I get both.
Well, then let's find them and answer
don't do
their
that.
other questions later.
Bad, Rosaris. Why are you so
Yeah.
bloodthirsty right now?
I think it is very hypocritical that you're mad at Leo for joining the Sword, but then you're willing to join the Breeze Hands.
I'm not gonna join them.
Oh, but your
I
future
can.
is so secure with them.
I mean, I might take a few jobs where I can. I don't want to live on the streets after
Look-
we're all done.
Cool. I don't have time to deal with your two feud, either of your hypocrisy or inability to read each other that you
We
care
didn't even
about.
fight with him. Yet.
Well, I don't really care. Y'all can figure it out on your own time. Just realize there's a little bit of misunderstood feelings, a little bit of hypocrisy on both sides. You both suck at communicating, deal with it. I don't have time. I have better things to do right now.
Like, get us all killed.
Don't come. I don't care.
I don't want you to get killed either, Rosaris.
I'll go with you, Rosaris.
Okay, you're both gonna die.
Probably, and that's fine. Theory,
We
so
have
the best
no,
option is...
There has to be a better plan.
Okay, so rather than saying there has to be a better plan, here's the plan that I have. We go in, say we have the money, present them the money, get the information we need, try to get the money back, and if we can't, that's fine. If we can, saved an innocent person 10,000 gold. And then when we figure out where they're at, we go and save the 3 kids.
So you think
No
he'll just tell
violence.
us where they're at if we present the money?
If we give them the money, that's sort of how this works. Otherwise, I just kill the person who took the money without telling me where they go.
But then they'll all come after us if we kill their contact here.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might cause
that's-
issues for
That's
Saivic's family.
okay. So
Yeah.
what? Okay, cool. So what's our plan? We're just gonna give them the money and go back to Arlumis.
Unless you want to
just gonna
kill
chill.
all of them. Hunt them all
Probably
down.
wouldn't be the worst thing for the world. I love this idea that we can just say my plan sucks when nobody else is offering anything else.
Ew, you're rushing us, Rosaris.
I'm not saying
I
We've had
understand.
hours to come up with a plan.
As you guys
Yeah, but-
start getting a little bit louder out on this like alleyway street, the larger man, this human with like very short hair, he's got kind of paler skin, but huge, like 6'4", very muscular. He opens the door, steps outside, and gently closes it behind him as you guys are all like right there in the alley. And he just walks up to you guys and he says, "Hey, if you're discussing business, it's best to do it inside. We don't need any unnecessary attention drawn to this area. I'm sure you can understand."
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Right.
Um,
Sir,
Should we go somewhere else and discuss this in private?
Well, let's just go inside.
We totally look like amateurs right now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good plan, guys.
The guy just kind of quietly watches you. Who's approaching the door first? If you guys are going in.
I will.
Ava's gonna go back in.
No. Go away. Mine.
Rosaris,
They're arm in arm.
Yeah, good.
you guys shove past each other a little bit. Rosaris is just bigger, so Ava, you being a dexterous character, you kind of like sneak past him as Rosaris just strafes through. The guy walks in behind you guys, closes the door a little bit, and then, especially those of you with higher perception, so I'm going to say Leo and Athera, you guys hear the little latch lock behind you. And then the guy takes a seat right by the door, and if you look back, he just kind of waves you up to the bar.
Well, that's not good.
I was already there once. She's gonna go back and sit down again.
I'm gonna use message and send to Rosaris. We're locked in now, if you didn't notice.
I'll reply back with a little latch breaks with smite.
That's what
Remy
I'm counting on.
leans across the bar, looking at all 6 of you. She just says, "Well, it looks like you've got yourself a nice little entourage." What?
Yeah, we actually do have some business here, as it turns out.
Well, I'm sure you know that business is best discussed within the walls, not outside. So,
Right.
let's
of
talk,
course.
get to a conclusion, and then you can be on your way without needing
yeah.
to alert any of the guard or
Right.
other people that we don't want in.
No, we wouldn't.
So
want
what
to
is it?
do
What
that.
business do you have? I haven't given you a job recently. Been a few weeks.
See, we were hired by someone to find out what happened to some kids that go to Earl Loomis with us. Do you know anything about that?
I know that I'm waiting to receive a very heavy package.
And
Then I'm getting a pretty nice cut from said package, but
good for you.
I'm never one to spoil the details.
Okay, and say that we had something that you may want. You'd give us the details, or what?
What details are there to give? If you drop off the package, everything else goes quite smoothly, according to plan.
How do we know that you are telling us the truth? Because if any of those students are hurt or dead, then no, everything does not go smoothly.
She stands back, crosses her arms. She lifts up a little scroll. You see it's sealed with wax. It's got a little ribbon tied on it. And she says, "If you're so concerned, I could let you listen to the message that I send, alerting that the children are to be released, since you clearly know so much already."
I'm looking to the rest of the group.
I think that's the option we go with, yeah.
She sets the scroll down and she says, "And I tell you what, I'm not privy to the information of what they've done in their little hideout since, getting these kids into their custody. But if you are willing to make this as easy as it could be, and just set the money down, a couple coins could fall out on the way over."
We just want guarantees that they won't be harmed. That's all we want.
That offer will not stand for very long. If you make this an arduous process for me, then I will take my full cut and be on my way.
Well, Remy, come on. You know
Remy?
these people. Remy, Red Eye. You know
Yes.
these people. With your judgment, with how long they've been kept, do you think they have been hurt and or killed?
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. I'm giving a lot of advantage today, but you've interacted with Remy a lot before, and you have a group of 6 here with you. I'm going to give you advantage yet again.
16 plus 6.
22. She leans forward a little bit, and she kind of whispers to you, but the group can hear, and she says, "Now, the instructions that I were keen enough to overhear, the children were not to be killed by any means. Far off the table. And not mutilated, but being students at Earl Loomis, getting them complacent might have taken a little physical coercion. I have no confirmation of that, but it's not beyond reasonable belief."
don't think we have
Some-
many options, guys. I think just hand over the money.
I'm gonna use message again to Rosaris, and I'll be like, do you think we have the numbers to go the intimidation route here?
I'm gonna respond back with, "We have me. That's enough."
All right. I'm just gonna like nod at Rosaris, and then I'm going to immediately shift into my Leonix form and just like come right up in the bartender's face, like fangs and all.
You do that. The guy standing by the door immediately stands up, and you watch as he draws 2 short swords from his sides. But Remy backs away, clearly like unarmed. She holds her hands up, and she says, "Whoa, now I'm more of a dog person myself, but nice kitty."
As soon as the guy gets up, I'm gonna draw my greatsword and just point it at him and be like, "Sit down. You're not part of this."
He kind of cracks a couple bones. He doesn't move towards you, but he keeps his weapons drawn and just stands there.
You mentioned a hideout. Is that here?
Would you call yourself an intelligent person?
Yeah.
Because if you're able to understand the situation at hand, it would be rather stupid to have such a valuable package located so close to the spot where you pay for it.
Mm-hmm. That's why I presume that the hideout is somewhere else.
It is not here. It is not in Ilium, and I will tell you that. But I am under... And she kind of looks at the Leonix up and down. She says, I am under very, very strict instructions not to give away any details, obviously.
You're going to give us the details, though, once we pay you. So what's the difference about giving?
Why
it to
would I
us
give you
now?
the details when you pay?
Because you have this giant cat in your face that's growling at you, saying, "Give us the information right now."
I'm gonna growl a little bit and like, are there hands like on the bar at all or
No.
anything like
Up in the air.
completely set back? Okay, I'm just gonna
Yep.
take. They backed up. I took a few more steps forward. Like,
Yeah, you're like fully on the bar at this point. It's like creaking underneath your weight. I'm gonna say go ahead. Either Ava or Athera, you can make an intimidation check with advantage, obviously.
Do it up, Athera!
oh boy.
You growl at her, girl!
We will see. Yeah, with advantage, I got a 6.
You don't growl at her, girl!
Her.
She holds her hands up and she says, "Now, as scary as those large fangs and claws might be, I have seen fangs and claws much worse. I would prefer to keep my position."
I'm gonna swipe.
Intact.
I'm gonna attack. Just right across the face.
Give me an attack roll. She has her arms up. I'm gonna say her AC is just 10. She's standing still.
Alright, well, I got about
Well-
10.
Okay. You hit, you can roll damage if you want. She is not very strong, so you can kind of choose whether or not you're just giving like a warning strike or if you're trying to be lethal here.
No, I'm giving a warning strike. I want to draw blood. I want it to hurt a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
not much damage.
So what's the full damage that you rolled?
I did. Do I get a bonus on this?
While she's doing that, can I cast Mage Hand and go for the scroll?
Yes, you can.
Ooh, nice.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say that there's not even gonna be a roll needed. She's getting hit. The scroll was set down underneath the bar. You just reach around, grab it, pull it out.
I'll open
That
that
sounded
after.
so bad.
Full damage is 10.
Cool. You strike. You give her like 3 large gashes across her cheeks and a little bit on her neck, and she like recoils back and falls to the ground. She yells out in pain. Immediately, the bodyguard charges. We're sorry as you see him coming. Go ahead and just roll initiative.
Okay.
He got an 8.
You can beat that. No.
Statistically.
Come on. No.
Come on.
So I rolled a natural 1, and I have a -1.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
I believe 2 combats in a row that I've gotten a 0 initiative.
Yep. He rolled really bad for his first attack. That's a 9. The second one is a nat 20 though, so he is going to deal 8 plus 12. Not a lot, honestly. He's going to deal 14 points of damage to you as he swings once and you block it with your shield, and right as you block it, he stabs up into your shield arm. Gets his sword in.
Not using a shield.
Oh,
Greatsword.
that's right, greatsword. So he swings once and you block it once with the greatsword, and he stabs the other one like into your side. It doesn't deal a ton of damage, but it certainly hurts. You can go ahead and go.
Cool.
And if anyone else wants to jump in after Rosari's, you can.
Cool. I'm gonna attack twice.
Go for it. Also, to clear, anyone but Lucy and Earthier, you guys have already done things, so we'll say loose initiative. Other 3 have a chance.
First one is a 21. The second one was a 15.
Both will hit.
Cool. That is.
Can I take my action to scream at Rosario saying don't kill him?
I'm gonna say no
I
action
said,
needed.
kill him.
But yeah, go ahead. Roll the first damage.
Non-lethal damage.
First one is 9 plus 5 now, so 14.
14. Okay. I'm gonna just let you know he has 11 health left. Roll a wisdom save on that second attack.
I'm gonna say with disadvantage because I'm really ticked right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
12.
You could certainly hit that 11 point. Lucian yelled out, "Don't kill him." On a 12, I'm going to say this guy hasn't specifically done anything to you, but it would certainly make a show to Remy. So I'm still going to leave it in your hands to decide on that 12. But I will tell you that killing him will get you a step closer to what you want.
Got it.
At least knocking him out will at least put on a show.
See, you're conflicting. I was grabbing the D8s as well, and now I don't know if I want to roll them.
But what I'm saying is knocking him out shows that you're strong. Killing him shows that you are not playing around.
I have lay on hands. I'll kill him.
Oh,
For sure.
man.
Second hit, you fully stab into this guy's chest. Blood spurts all over your sword, and then he falls back onto the ground.
I did 11 damage exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I think what that looks like is as soon as he stabs me, I kind of just use that to get him close into my greatsword, and I swing kind of down, and then I swing and kind of just go at his neck. And I think for the first time, y'all will realize my sword is perfectly crafted to be like an executioner's blade, so there's sort of a star at the end of it that looks like it would be good for taking heads off.
Beautiful. You fully put this guy down. You dealt all of his health in one turn. He's at 0. He's bleeding out on the ground. The other 3 of you want to do anything?
I'll do something real quick. Gwen's
wanna
not
see
gonna
what
hurt
she says.
anyone yet, but she's going to make Zim big as her action and kind of just use him to intimidate the rest of the people, and she's going to put a hunter's mark on Remy.
She's the only other person in this room.
Yeah,
she is?
it was only
Yeah.
2
Damn,
people.
I thought it was just
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I just want to point out, I was told the big bads go here. I one-turn that dude. That dude sucked.
So Gwen, you have Zim big. He is large now, like standing up to y'all's height.
Yep. He's
Ava.
gonna intimidate Remy.
I just
Yep,
wanted
yep.
to see what she says now. And if there has to be more done, I'll do something. But
Okay, so you're just
we're
kind
good,
of
we're good.
waiting it out. Leo, you got anything?
I'm going to hold guiding in case he does anything. but I'm not going to do anything. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
My eyes are just gonna flare up. That's it.
I'd
So,
also
yeah,
like to add something when you get a chance.
Go for it.
I'm making Zim have the acid, and he's just gonna be like, acid's gonna be dripping down his mouth as he's
Like
like
he's salivating.
kind of growling and like trying to intimidate Remy.
It's foaming at the mouth.
Legit.
That dragon has rabies. That's
Yeah.
not good.
Yo,
So-
chill.
Gwen is sitting there, like, hand on Zim. Zim is foaming acid at the mouth. Leo has, like, this crackling electricity ready to shoot off at any point. And Ava, you're sitting there just kind of waiting for Remy to respond. Athera, huge swipe against her. She's, like, backed against the back of the bar on the floor. And she just holds up her hand and she says, well, better to not have my position anymore than to be dead. Sure, I'll tell you what you want to know. You can leave. Don't come back.
Hide out.
Cool. Before she does that, I'm gonna walk up, kind of kick the guy's head as I walk past, and
That's crazy.
cast Zone of Truth.
God damn.
Cast a zone of truth.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the save on that? Is
Excellent
it a
question.
charisma?
Zone of Truth is. Man, I'm not good at figuring this out. Yeah, charisma. It's,
Cool.
14. I do not have a
Charisma.
good.
Oh no, that.
She's not bad at
There.
charisma. She rolled really well. She resists it, and she doesn't take effect by the spell. And she says, "I'll tell you. To let you know, I don't think it says that she's immune to it now. If you wanted to cast it again and just force her hand, I think you can. You'll have to double check me on that. But a lot of like charmed abilities say if you make the save, you're immune for a day.
It doesn't say it, but I'm not. I'm gonna save a second level smite slot.
Okay. So she resists it, and she kind of starts getting herself up a little bit, like holding some of her wounds, wiping some of the blood off, and she says, "No, I'll tell you if you just back up, maybe get the claws out of my face, and then we can talk."
I'll just like sit. So I'll take like one step back and I'll sit like directly in front of her.
Right. Okay, it's a ways away, but we have some people who contacted me. They said that they would be holed up in a cave just north of Trina. It's a little cave looking at an overlook, and that they would be there, and that when I received the money, they would send someone to come get it, and that I didn't have to do anything, and I could get a cut.
Can I insight check her to see, like, is there anything that she's kind of hiding the truth about? Like, is it the location?
Same.
Go ahead, give me insight, and if anyone else, whoever has the highest insight, can also roll. I think it'd probably be Athera.
Yeah.
Got a 24.
Ooh,
Nice.
I didn't beat that.
You are like looming over her, and you can see her basically shaking in her boots. Not a single word out of her mouth is a lie, but you can easily tell that she's already, like, her eyes are darting. She is planning on how to skip town. Breaking whatever little trust that she had, she is afraid.
I think as soon as I notice that she's shaking, my dread helm will go just dark red, and I'll just tell her, like, "And there's nothing you're forgetting in your haste to escape? No
No.
information that we might need?"
No. The Trina Overlook Cave, that's where they'll be. Some abandoned place that they hold up in. They've been there for some time. And they had me as their little contact in Ilium. Well, I was. No more.
Out of curiosity, what was your cut?
My cut was I could keep 1,000 gold.
Cool.
Can I detect if she's got like any magical abilities, or is she just dependent on the scrolls to give messages?
If you want to cast Detect Magic, you definitely
Yeah.
can.
I'll do that.
You can cast it. It's going to take a spell slot to do it as an action, but she is completely. She doesn't have any spells affecting her right now, and you don't think that she is a spellcaster because you haven't seen her do anything magical, and you confirm that with detect magic. Nothing helping her out.
So like, she can't warn them that we're coming, or what's happened.
I'll reach into my bag of holding and pull out. It's 10 platinum is, or 10 gold is 1 platinum, right?
Yes.
So she was supposed to get 50, 100 platinum?
She was supposed to get 100 gold, so 10 platinum.
Just 100 gold? I thought you said that.
I said 1,000. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so 100 platinum, my fault.
Cool. I'll reach into the bag of holding and just give her 50 platinum, and then pat her on the cheek to give her a little bit of lay on hands, and tell her, you might want to get lost.
She takes it, you take a step back, and she immediately stands up and like grabs her personal things from the bar, and she grabs a key and tosses it to Ava, and she's like, well, you wanted to move up in the ranks, you wanted more important things to do? Have at it. And she sprints out.
Thanks. I just got a key?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it back. I think this is your place now.
Hell yeah! Oh, there's so many changes I'm gonna do in here. It's gonna look so good. Oh, right, we're doing something. All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
you
the
might
big
want to
dude
watch
still alive?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear both of you at once.
Is the big dude still alive?
Is he?
He looks
I'm gonna check
dead.
him.
You didn't give him lay on hands, did you? You cast Zone of Truth.
I cast Zone of Truth on her. No, I specifically said I did enough damage to put him down, and then kicked him in the head.
Okay.
Oh my god. Can I cast
He
Cure
is
Wounds on him?
dead.
You lean down and you kind of rub your hands together. A little bit of light starts filling him, and you cast Cure Wounds, and you watch as his body kind of pulses a little bit, and he does not get up.
Shit.
Oh, damn it. Well, can somebody just get the dead body out of my bar, please?
I think we should hide that dead body.
Yeah. God, you're right.
I think you may have gone a little overboard on this one, Rosari's.
He should have sat down, like I said. Anyways,
He
are we
probably
going to go to
just-
the cave now?
We gotta hide the dead body.
Wait, there were rooms. Was there rooms?
Yeah, there's like, this is a bar/inn. There's some like rooms to sleep in up top, and then there's this mysterious downstairs. Actually, not mysterious, you've been there. That's their business rooms. That's where they
Was there anybody in there? Where is
they
there?
took that guy down there earlier.
Okay, I want to go see him.
You walk downstairs, and the smaller guy who was talking to Remy not too long ago, he's sitting in the room, and this person that was with them is like tied with his hands behind the back to the wall, kind of like where he's up a little too high, so he's like on his tiptoes and barely able to stand. He looks severely beaten up, like bruises, blood everywhere, a little bit of blood dripping onto the floor, and this guy's just sitting beside him, just picking at his fingers, waiting. He sees you walk in, you kind of like open the door, because it's the only one that's being used right now, and he looks up expecting someone else and is kind of shocked, and he says, "Can I help you?"
No, I'm gonna walk away.
He shuts the door behind you.
Smart.
Carry on.
Maybe we establish ownership later.
Yeah, no, I just remembered we were doing something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sure Rosaris would be happy to help clear this place out when.
Yeah, another time though. All right.
I can clear it out of people for sure later.
Oh, thank you, Rosario. It's such a good business. You can
Oh, business might not be good after I'm
co-own.
done.
Co-owners. Thank you.
I think you're missing what I'm trying to say, but I think that's fine for now.
That's
Okay.
So let's set the pace, because we're about to throw it to break. Lucian even pointed out that that girl has no way to contact the people in Trina now. So I'll let you guys decide what is the next step. Where are we going next? Or what are you
That's
doing
good.
next?
I say we hide the body in one of the rooms, lock the door, and then head to
Don't worry
cave.
about the body.
I'm sure people
Huh?
die in here all the time.
Yeah, it's probably
Fair
it's
point.
fine,
How
Lucian. You're
crafty
very
that bodyguard
thoughtful.
was, I'm fairly certain the last bodyguard also died.
It's very
How-
thoughtful of you, Lucian,
true.
for my new bar, but we've got to go.
How far away is Trina?
You guys have been there before.
We have.
It's
No
like
way.
a week travel.
Oh.
My God.
Wait, no,
Damn.
wasn't there a professor?
Nope, Trina was the place that you guys went before going to Stonewall. It's that little village.
Oh, the village outside of Stonewall.
Yeah,
right?
like a couple hours down the mountain from it.
Do we know anybody with a teleporter to Stonewall? No, okay.
No.
Never mind. I'm out of ideas, guys.
Mm.
Then we should probably start. We can rest.
There's
Once we
no
get a
quicker
camp.
way. Hold on. Who knows teleport?
Oh, no,
If
no,
we
no,
say
no.
his name 3 times, he'll appear.
No.
Director Loomis, guys, remember when he did it that one time?
Let's do it. I'm
Director
down.
Loomis.
Director Loomis. Director Loomis. Director Loomis.
This is
Lucian's like,
Ninth level summoning spell is this?
Lucian, I'm going to tell this to you because you're a wizard student. This rumor that goes around about Director Loomis, you guys are slightly off on what you're doing. You have to say his actual name, not Director Loomis.
Carson Loomis. Carson. Oh wait, no, you didn't tell us that. Right?
Yeah, we don't know that.
We don't know that.
I'll say that to the party. Oh, you got next
Yeah.
say his full name. His full name.
Okay. Ready?
Oh.
Go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carson.
Carson
wait.
Loomis.
Carson Loomis.
Wait,
Carson
Carson
Loomis.
Loomis. God.
Loomis. Carson Loomis.
Loomis. Carson.
Carson Loomis.
Ava, you moments later get a sending popping into your head, and it is just, why am I getting repeated pings in my brain that someone needs me? I am busy. I actually have some responsibilities teaching, and I think it cuts off at that point.
I can respond, right?
You can, in 25 words.
It's gonna start off with a lot of I give you 50 platinum.
Before you even finish, another sending pops up, and he just says, sending. I am teaching a class. You are a student. You were on a quest, I believe. Go do your quest.
Okay, so you're not as good as Professor Barron. Got it.
Oh. Oh. That might work.
He
Hey, Shorty, make a wisdom
Immediate-
saving throw.
Yeah.
they're gonna answer the call again.
I rolled a 3. Loomis appears in the room with
No
you guys.
way.
He strains up his robes and he says, "Dear students,
Chat, is
I
this
have
real?"
heard very real in a very, grim posture. He says, I have heard some Loomis students spreading blasphemy in this dingy building. Where are we?
It's my new bar.
I'm sorry.
About?
Are you guys upstairs or downstairs?
Oh, the dead
we're
body's right
on
at
the
our
main
feet.
floor.
Yeah,
Probably
he
near
looks
the
down at the body.
Eddie!
You see Loomis just kind of grimaces. Ugh. Anyways, I came here to ensure that you know that it has been confirmed. Carson Loomis, #1 wizard, not only in Wisteria, but of all the known world. Thank you.
Wait,
You catch him as
Wait.
he's beginning to summon the runes to cast
Wait.
teleport again. And he says, "What? I have a class to teach."
okay, but we will all admit that you are the best and way better than Professor Barron if you would just so easily with your wizard abilities transport or teleport us to Trina.
He lets out a sigh and he says,
We'll say it to Professor Barron in his
We
face.
will tell Professor
Deal.
Barron.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
What
He
the
has
fuck?
you guys gather around and he says, "Hold hands. Everybody hold hands."
Holding hands. Holding hands.
Hold.
He
Hold.
sets y'all's hands on his shoulders. He begins moving his fingers in front of him, and these glowing runes start to appear. A circle appears beneath your feet, and you guys are off. And we'll toss it to break right there.
That's crazy.
That's fucking
That
wild.
works.
What the fuck?
I know.
Go to the bathroom. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Great plan.
See you guys soon. Okay. Are we still waiting on anybody?
Nope.
No.
Is David here?
On camera, he is.
Yeah, I see him. I'm tweaking.
Not here.
Fantastic.
He just took a screenshot of himself and set that as the background.
Used to do that in Zoom classes, let's be honest.
You're a teacher.
Hey, don't worry
Still
about
does it.
God, now I'm just thinking about Dimhaven.
Oh no! Are we using Roll20 soon? I'm on 9%.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're jumping right into that.
Okay.
Actually, no. We are jumping
No.
right into...
Initiative, go.
No. Immediately, the air shifts 15 degrees. A chill washes over you guys as you are up on a mountain path up past the village of Trina. The first thing that you feel is this strange internal force as you guys are shunted through space. All of your organs like move and relocate, and the inside of your body twists and turns upon teleporting. And I rolled really low, so a mishap happened, and you are all going to take 18 points of force damage.
What? Caeda!
You teleport up onto this little mountain path. You guys, there's like gravel underneath your feet. There's like the tiniest bit of frost on the grass. Immediately, Director Loomis teleports you guys, and he stands still for a second, and then he turns around, takes a couple steps, and just vomits violently. Casts thaumaturgy, prestidigitation, and cleans himself up. Walks back to you guys and says, "Whew, I need a nap."
That hurt.
Yeah.
But thank you.
As well, obviously, I'm gonna go down to that little village down there. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna get some of my magical energy back. I'm gonna teleport right back to the school.
Don't you have a class to go teach?
Weren't you teaching?
Yes, they will wait for me, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Director
course they will.
Loomis. Because you are the best wizard.
Well, he
You're
did
absolutely
hurt us.
correct.
What are you rolling?
Give me just a second.
Yeah. Chill.
What are
Loomis walks up to you guys, and who is he gonna put a hand on? I'm gonna roll a d6 to see who's closest to him.
Can I not allow this? I don't trust
I know
it.
this has been a Ava session so far, but Ava, he walks up to you and he puts a hand on your shoulder and he says,
Not if it's bad.
"You have great things in your future, let me tell you. And some bad things, but some great things." He gives you a wink, and then he misty steps away and starts skipping down the mountain.
What? What? I don't know what did you just do? Why did you roll all that?
Over the table, I know, but in character, I'm not going to say
I'm
anything.
really confused.
Don't worry about it.
Director Loomis. He's doesn't make sense half the time, anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Guess we'll figure it out later.
Why are you
The-
smirking? Rosari's
Yeah,
under that
Rosari's-
helmet of yours. Oh no.
The wind is a bit chilly, but
Mhm.
you guys are up north of Trina. You just have to find this little cave that you were looking for.
I'm gonna down the health potion.
Yeah,
Wait,
Can-
I love the actual-
people who can heal, can they do that right now?
Do we just want to take a
Leo
short
is very good at healing. You could ask
yeah,
him.
can we just rest?
That's a
that-
good idea.
That's a good idea.
True, we did save a week of traveling.
We did.
can rest.
What's one
Yeah.
more hour?
If you guys want to take a short rest, you can set up a little spot. If someone wants to make a fire, that'll keep the little chill at bay. It is in like the 40s, so it's not freezing, but it's certainly not super comfortable. You guys go ahead and roll hit dice. We will skip forward. You're sitting there for an hour. I will ask though, especially considering the situation, I think a couple of characters might be a little on edge waiting an hour when you're right there, so I'd love to hear how Rosaris and Leo are doing specifically.
Wait, what happened?
You're sitting there
He's
waiting
not
for an
concerned
hour,
at all.
and you are right beside the place where your former roommate, Lucian's former roommate, and Rosari's sister are being kept kidnapped. I'd love for you to tell me if that's affecting you at all. Your mannerisms, do you do anything over this hour?
I mean, yeah, I think Leo's a bit on edge right now.
Why are you not praying to your god?
You know, I was just about to say that, but fuck you now.
No, you totally weren't.
Do we have any spells that we could cast before we go into this cave or find this cave that would help each other?
Find each other?
Help each other?
Yeah.
Yours are more. I don't really keep stuff like this.
I feel like
Yeah.
Ava actually said that to Leo. She like smacked him on the back, and her like eyes glowed red a little bit, and that's how she just knocked him by bardically. Bardically inspired him by mocking him. There you go, Leo. Don't say I never did anything for you.
Thanks.
How are we going about this? Are we
I guess,
aiming
yeah.
you sneaking in to begin with and just scope out the area, or are we just blasting in?
Do you want me to do that, Lucian?
I think so. Or Aethera could go in as a mouse. Whatever's
Right.
best.
I don't have the energy to do this multiple times. I'd rather not waste it on a mouse.
Fair.
So blasting is the fun.
No,
plan.
no. I will do it before, so we know what we're dealing with. Rosaries. Okay.
Hurry up.
I was gonna start walking to wherever. I guess. Are we near it?
We got to find this cave.
You guys haven't found it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not walking anywhere right now. What do you mean, hurry up? You
I
hurry up.
will let you guys roll either a survival or an investigation or even a perception check to find this thing. And there is no failure, but it does determine how long it takes you to find it.
Who's good at any of those?
I'm pretty
So
good
I'll
at
let-
perception.
I'll let either
That's
two
true.
people roll. I'd prefer two people to roll different skills.
Okay, I'm gonna do perception, and I'm gonna be trying to see if like a mouth of a cave somewhere or footprints to somewhere or something like that.
Can I
Before that,
cast
I'm gonna-
guidance on Aethera before
Yeah,
she does
Hell
that?
yeah, you can.
Yep.
Glenn, do you want to do survival?
Lucian, if you want to give guidance to the other person, I know you have access to that, so you can do that.
That's a D4.
Mhm.
If Quinn's not doing it, I can try investigation.
Yeah, I can
got
do it.
a-
Sorry.
23.
We might not need to do anything.
We'll still see if Gwen gets any higher.
So investigation is what?
You can do survival if that's higher.
Yes it is.
Well, that's a
And you can-
D4. One of my little stars goes into you for guidance.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 18 plus 8.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
26?
We are
Is that with the
finding this
D4?
cave.
Oh wait, we were doing D4s?
Yeah,
I
you have
guided you.
guidance.
Oh.
Go for it.
Where's my D4 at? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Plus 1.
That's still really high.
Worth
It takes like no time at all. You guys start looking and you're on this little like mountain path and there's a couple of like footsteps where the grass that is frosted over has kind of broken and stayed flat. You guys follow that up and within 5 minutes you're at the entrance to this cave. There is a sturdy looking wooden door at the front. It looks kind of old and decrepit, kind of off to the side. There's like some weeds halfway covering the door, but it looks freshly used. The cave itself looks old and worn, but those footprints do look pretty fresh. So who wants to go first?
Ava.
Or
The
Ava.
sneaky one.
All right,
Can I check to see if there's like a trap or anything?
give me investigation.
Can someone else check this trap for me?
Don't look at
I'm
me. I'm
so
horrible
bad.
at looking for
If-
investigation.
I will do it if there is no trap. I'm going in first.
I'll go right now. Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
Let's
You look at the door and you notice that on the handle there is a very specific. There's like 2 little buttons. One of them, the one that looks obvious, like that you put your thumb on, if you press that down, you're not sure what will happen, but there's a secret other latch underneath that when you grab it, you can like press it with your pinky. So there's 2 buttons, and on a nat 20, I will just let you know it's a facade. If you press the top one, it probably sets off an alarm.
Right. Okay.
The thing was clearly like manufactured to be like, if someone random walks in here who doesn't know, we want to know about it.
She's gonna let them know, but stay here until I give a signal, okay? Or come back, I guess.
What's
Or
the
if
signal?
you hear me scream, then you should probably come in. Okay? Signal.
What's the
The signal is
Anything but whistling.
Actually, don't I have something I could I guess I do have the scrolls of sending.
Could just use the one that what's her face just had.
With the one I've got.
Yeah.
Give me it, Lucy.
I'll chuck it.
Yes, now I have another one. Okay, so I'm gonna go then, and I'm gonna use the right latch that I'm supposed to use, the underneath.
You click it with your pinky and pull the door, and clunk, it is locked. You're still gonna have to pick the lock.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Just give me a second here, okay? Can I use the key?
You can certainly try.
What do I
If you
do?
roll another nat 20.
Okay, I'm probably not. I rolled an 18.
Here's what I'm gonna say. The key, because it is a magic item, you, on a nat 20 for that trap thing, if you fail the check to pick this lock, it probably also sets off an alarm. But it doesn't happen with the key. So if you want to try to pick the lock with your thieves' tools, you can. The DC is going to be 14. And if you fail, it probably sets off that same alarm.
I don't think I can fail unless I get like a 5
say
or
it.
below.
Don't say dog.
That's a 25% chance.
Stop! Oh, I got a 17. Okay, plus 8.
Yep, a couple of
I
quick
probably
seconds with your lock-picking tools, and clink, it opens up. You hit the right latch, you pull the door open, and it is eerily quiet in here.
A good thing I'm quiet then.
Yeah, the walls are made out of this like kind of concrete stone. The floor is cobbled. There is a long hallway in front of you.
Okay.
And then it seems like to the left, after about 15 or 20 feet, it breaks off into a little room. There's no door to it. It's just open. And then to the right, about 20 feet ahead, you see iron bars, like a strong metal door leading off to a different section. If you want to continue on, I'm going to need you to roll a stealth check.
Do I see people?
Not right now, no.
Anybody?
But you do hear them off in the distance. I'm not going to make you roll a perception check for that. You hear people talking way off in a different part of the cave.
Okay.
If you want to
So
roll
there was like a
perception-
left and a right?
So
Or
there's
there was
the
just a
hallway
room?
straight ahead. There's a room to the left, and then what's probably a room or a hallway to the right.
14 plus 12.
26 is crazy. You're able to sneak up, and on a 26, you're so lucky. The only way this person would have noticed you is on a nat 20, and I rolled a 19.
Oh!
As soon as you get up past that 20-foot mark, I'm just going to go ahead and bring you guys into the map.
Ooh.
Everybody else but Ava is not in here right now, so I'm going to move you guys. Ava, you come up and you're able to just barely, before you cross that threshold, notice that there is a person at this desk right beside this hallway that you're in. But you tuck back against the wall. Silently, they do not know you're there. You can see this door that's to the right, and then the hallway that continues on.
It's an iron door, you said?
Yeah, to the right there is that it's like almost like a prison door where it's like the metal bars, and then there's just a door built into it.
Okay. And then there's just a hallway. Okay. That door's probably locked. So there's a person right there. Can I Misty step just like across that threshold so they don't see me? Or can I already do that because 26? I don't know.
Hold on. I mean, no matter how high you roll on stealth, if you walk in someone's line of sight, they're gonna
Right.
see you.
So then just Misty step over?
Yes, but I'm gonna have you roll another stealth check because it does have verbal components, and you can whisper them, but this person might hear you.
Sure. 12 plus 12?
24. This person rolled a 16. They're sitting there, like, whittling a little wooden thing, humming a tune to themselves, and they don't hear you whisper the word, and you teleport across the hallway, and you are stealthily walking in this next hallway.
Do I notice anybody up here?
Nope. This hallway seems pretty clear.
Okay.
Go ahead, give me a perception check, though. See
Oh.
how much information I want to give you.
9?
You're walking, your steps are so quiet against the cold stone. You hear people laughing and talking in a far-off room, but you're not sure where it is, and you're not sure really what direction, because these hallways seem to echo really badly. But you know that there are at least like 4 or 5 people in this place, not counting the guard you just passed.
Okay. Do I see any other door? Or these both are closed doors?
Yes,
Okay.
these two
Okay,
are
what about
closed, and you can
here?
go throughout the hallway. If you go up more, there's 3 more closed doors. And now you're at the point, those voices are coming from the room to your right. You hear a couple of people playing what sounds like a game, like you hear them talking to each other and laughing, slamming cards on a table, a couple of gold coins jingling.
Okay. So I only hear like a few people, and then there was that one guard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna can I send a message to I guess I'll send it to Lucian since it was his scroll. And I have 25 words. Only a handful of people inside. I think I'm gonna use my grenade. Bye.
I'll relay that to the team and say there's one on the left, and then Ava's going to start the combat with a grenade.
Oh, fuck.
Is she sure that our people aren't in the room? That she won't just hurt everyone?
Yeah, good point. I'll send the message back saying might be other people in there, and might warn other people we're here with grenade.
I can't say anything back, can I?
Nope, not unless you want to use another sending scroll.
Rosario,
telling
I say
me
we go in and take out the first person. Everyone keen?
Is she within? She's within 120 feet. His message would go through walls if I know who I'm shooting
Does
for,
it?
right?
I think so.
You can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier.
Yeah, I would say if you're right at the door, then Ava is right at that like 120 feet mark.
I'm gonna cast it and be like, Ava, are you still gonna set off the bomb? Or are you waiting for us?
What do you want me to do? I'll do it.
Is it your
You want me
best
to?
judgment that it's not gonna cause more problems?
No. I just wanted to use it. But, I mean, it's up to you. Do you want me to do it? I'll do it.
Can you guarantee there's only enemies in the room?
No.
But then maybe not.
Okay. I think all of you coming in, though, is gonna alert all of them that somebody's here. Do you want me to, like, try to open doors before you guys come in and try to see where the targets are?
Maybe, yeah, if you can
I don't know.
get to
Okay.
Bardly offers.
I'm gonna go to this door and I'm just gonna try to go in.
Cool. It's unlocked. You go in. There is a couple of empty crates scattered around, but there are a couple.
Is that
of
gold
full-
under that table?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it.
Oh,
there
no.
are.
Distracted.
So in this room, there's some organized golden chests over there, and then there's some loose gold thrown under the table. There's some gold pouches tossed up, and then there's also, it's not shown on the map, but there's like food, personal belongings, like jewelry and stuff like that. This is clearly a like storage treasure room.
I'm gonna stuff everything I can.
I don't think your bag is gonna be big enough to hold a lot. So I'm gonna say you could easily scoop in 100 gold, but that might give you disadvantage on stealth checks because it's gonna be jingling around.
Okay,
It's at least gonna give you a negative to it.
new plan. Gonna get Aethera in here with the bag of holding.
Yep.
Damn it, I'm gonna have to share. Fuck. Alright, fine.
I would
can do
also
that.
like to point out, was I ever told that I'm not going in? Because the last
Yeah.
thing Rosaris was told
I
was...
said do not
Oh,
until I give
Aethera,
us.
I...
Oh, yes. I would have relayed.
Lucian told me to go in. I was
No!
never told a thing.
No. I said do not.
Sure,
Lucian gave me
he's
the
over
last-
sorry.
That's
No,
what
no.
I'm getting from it.
Okay,
I think to be fair, we
up
have
here.
to leave it up to a roll.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it was
No.
never said. The last thing Rosaris was
know.
told... The last...
feel like I
Danny,
won't
Danny,
go.
the last thing, regardless of what you did, was... Rosaris, go in.
Who said that?
Lucian.
Lucian! What the
We'll
hell?
do a
That
roll.
was
I'm just
fire.
saying, over the table, nothing was said.
Let me
So-
ask it like this. I don't think we need to roll for like PC decisions, but if Rosari starts to go in, does anyone stop him? I think that's
I
the
would.
question.
Absolutely.
So Aethera stops you and says like, "Hey, don't go in yet. I'm talking to Ava. She's doing something."
It's not
Tell her
time
to
yet,
hurry up.
sorry.
Her
I'd
time
say-
We're
running out.
trying. She's
Okay.
she's making sure
I'm
that
going,
Caeda
I'm
and the
going.
others are safe before we
Okay.
barge in.
I
I
seriously
sent a
doubt
message.
that.
I sent a message saying try and find Caeda and the other guys first. That's
I-
the goal. Find them.
I'm going as quickly as I can. Would you all calm down? And I'm gonna try.
Why do I
I
hear
don't-
gold jingling in the background? While you're talking?
No, don't worry about that.
Go ahead, roll another stealth check. The more you adventure, the more you're gonna have to roll, and the more likely these people are to find you.
That's just 8 plus 12.
Okay, 20 is still really good.
Is that?
So you leave the storage room, you head up this hallway, and you notice that there are 3 like bedrooms here, but they are vacant right now. They each
they're
have a
empty.
bed in them.
Okay.
So avoid going too far because I did not add in the doors.
Okay.
But I will let you know that if you come down here, you can hear the people on this side. I didn't add the door in there so you can just see them, but there are people in that room.
Yeah, not going in there. Bye. I'm gonna try to go in this door.
It's open. You go in.
Oh.
This room is kind of just trash. There's like some training dummies that are underneath this rubble. There's a couple of like archery targets even that are just kind of tossed aside. Not really much in here.
Okay. And I bet they're in that stupid one right across from that person. But at that point, then everybody. Oh! Well, my iPad died, so I'm just gonna say that we can all come in now because I can't really do anything.
I'll message you, be like, how's it going? Did you find them?
No, I think they're in the first room on the right, the metal door.
When we first come in?
Yes. And then there's gonna be somebody across from that will see you as well.
I'm gonna relay that to the party, and then, alright, well, do what you think is best, but we'll start heading in.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna, if they're heading in, then she's gonna go for that door and see if it's unlocked.
Which one?
The metal one? I have to pull
Okay.
up the street.
So you're doing that like as they barge in?
Yeah. Because the person's gonna hear us anyways at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
For sure. I guess now would be the time to just have everybody roll initiative.
This
Okay,
music is fucking wild.
Yeah,
I
a
like
bit.
it.
Because the enemies are going first, but no one knows you're here yet, I'm gonna roll a perception check against you guys that are coming in, not against Ava. So all of you roll a stealth check. I'm gonna roll perception for them. They're not
Oh no.
the
Oh,
most
shit.
Oh
perceptive.
my god, you're definitely gonna hear
damn.
some of them.
The
Let's
DC
go.
is 6.
I can
I'd be
beat
that.
for that. Don't worry. Let's go.
16.
19.
I got a
rolled
16.
17.
Hey.
Hey, did you roll a disadvantage?
All
Nope.
of you are quiet enough. If half the group succeeds, I'm going to count it as a success. So half of you are at least quiet enough to take these people by surprise. That brings it to Athera first.
We'll just round the corner and I'm just gonna, I'll cast Ice Knife on the first guy that's right there.
Cool.
That'll be 25.
That definitely hits. They rolled a nat 1 on the save, so whatever the
Oh.
second source of damage is,
Double
roll
damage?
the attack first. And then I think there's a base damage that Ice Knife deals.
Yeah, so on the hit they get 1d10.
Yep.
I
so
rolled
go
a
ahead and-
6.
Okay, so 6 points of damage, and then the 2d6, they rolled a nat 1 on the save, so I'm going to say it explodes like in their face, shards of ice hit them. You can double the damage, so roll 2d6, double it. Or
Okay.
roll 4d6, it's the same thing.
11.
Cool. Dex save, they roll well. You round the corner, throw out an ice knife, it explodes in this person's face, and they immediately cover their face. Their eyes are hurt from the explosion of frost and ice, and they are like reeling back in their chair a little bit. Unless you have anything else, that brings it to Ava.
Yeah, good.
I'm gonna go to that door and see if it's locked or not.
Cool. Yes, the metal door right there is locked, but you
Well
can
then.
take your turn to try to pick it.
Yeah. We're gonna do that.
All right, DC for this one's a little bit higher. It's going to be 18.
What the heck, Shorty?
It's meant to be a tough
Ah,
lock.
that's a flat 17, and I know I have more than
Oh
plus
my
1.
gosh.
Okay, yeah.
No door
Um,
stands in the way of this
You
film.
run all the way down there. You like slide against the stone a little bit. You get your thieves' tools out and click. I would only allow a rogue to do this in one turn, but you successfully lockpick the door and open it, and the little gate swings open.
Can I go inside then? Dash or something?
Yeah. If you want to dash.
Look and
So-
see if there's anything. You gonna have to move me where
So as you go in, immediately on your left, there are 2 like prison cells with hanging skeletons. They've been here for a long time and they are far dead. There's also another bandit person right at the end of this hall. It's this half-elf guy who immediately sees you open the door and then run in, draws his weapon, and he's getting ready to go.
Okay.
But you do not technically have eyes on anyone else yet.
Okay.
So, Lucian.
Ooh, shit. I think I'd run there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will just cast Haste on Azaris.
Wait,
Hell yeah.
Lucian?
Oh, I skipped Gwen. My bad.
Bruh, this is not the first time you've done this, bro. I swear to God.
No camera, I can't see you.
It's
But you.
Lucian, you're casting haste on Rosaris. That's fine. Gwen, go ahead and take your turn, and then you can cast haste on him next turn.
Well, Zim is already big. Freaking.
Shit.
Is this wall, like, can you see through that?
Yeah, that's like a metal door, like a prison gate.
I'm gonna try to, like, squeeze through.
Actually, it's open.
Oh, is it open?
Yeah, Ava
Alright,
opened it.
I'm gonna squeeze through and shoot this hoe over here and put
This
Hunter's mark
hoe.
on them.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Frick. Let's
Hunter's
do
mark.
regular shots.
Okay, are you doing your advanced hunter's mark or just a normal one?
Normal. Okay, 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Frick. Okay, number 2. 27.
27 definitely hits, yeah.
Alright. That's 10 damage plus the hunter's mark. So that's 4 and plus Zim's little reaction thingy. I gotta remember what that is. What is it? That is a d6. So 2 acid. That's
And
my
how
turn.
much hunter's mark?
Frick, where's the history? It was 4. Okay. I'm gonna move Zim closer to the other guy as well.
Now that'll bring it to Lucian.
Yep. Haste.
Run up, cast haste. Gloves.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead. Mark your concentration, do whatever you need to do. That brings
Yeah,
it
well
to Leo.
Leo's going to run up right in between Rosaries and Lucian, and then cast Sacred Flame on this lady.
Sick. Is that a saving throw?
Yes, I think. Yeah, Dexterity 14.
That is a success. Bitch. They barely passed.
Alright. Okay. That's gonna be it right now.
Word. Rosaries, you're hasted. Your blood is pumping. You got adrenaline flowing through you.
Okay. Did Ava call out anything, or I'm guessing I don't know where anybody's at.
I didn't see
Okay.
anything really yet.
Okay.
You saw people running off to that hallway to the right, and then there's this one person to the left. I guess that's all you know.
Cool. I'm just gonna run straight down the hallway. I'm gonna get to right here. That's 90 feet out of my. 60 feet of movement with haste. I'm using the extra action to dash, so I have 120. Right here. Do I hear anything? What's going on?
If you dash with haste, doesn't that give you an extra 60?
Yeah, 60 to 120. I have 30 left. So I'm asking, do I hear anything? Where am I
Okay,
going?
yeah. My bad. You hear the people off to the right. There's like sounds of confusion. They heard some noises.
Got it.
There are definitely people.
I'm gonna try to barge through the door.
Oh
it
god.
It's unlocked. You can absolutely barge through.
Cool. When I say that, I mean like just shoulder into it, going through it. Guess I'm going right there.
Oh yeah.
And then they look like bad guys. I'm just gonna start swinging.
Cool. Do you have an action to do that, or is that next turn?
I was hasted.
Oh
I
yeah,
can-
you have that extra.
I
Action.
dashed with my extra action, so I can now take 2 attacks on my action.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Be my guest.
One is an 18 and one is a 16.
Both hit.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do smite on the first one for now, and I'll see how that person holds up. 6, 10 slashing, and 12 radiant.
So 22. They're
Yeah.
looking pretty hurt, but they're not down.
Got it. Second attack on him. 8 slashing and 12 radiant. So 20.
They're dead.
Cool. I think what it looks like, I barge in, and before they can even get up, I slash at them, and then spin around again, and again I go for the, just take the head off as much as I can.
Yeah. I mean, you're dealing the full health in one turn. I'm going to say that you, slash at this guy and they react a little bit, and then you go for a second strike while they're weak, and you fully decapitate them. This guy's absolutely dead.
Bonus
if you don't have anything
action.
else- Oh, you still got a bonus action. Goddamn.
I'm angry. I'm gonna compel duel this person.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Wisdom save, right?
Wisdom save 14.
That's a dirty 20.
Cool. I have a feeling he's still gonna go after me. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to waste a spell slot for that.
All right,
But
it's
I'm
the
done now.
bandit's turn. This guy is going to immediately get up and like shuffle up a little bit, and there are 4 of you. They're just going to disengage and dash. So they got 60 feet of movement, 40, 50, 55, 50. They're running this way. You see them heading for this door right here. That's going to be their turn. These 3 are all going to go after Rosari's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Might have
you
wasted
can't
that compelled duel. Oh well.
See, so they're going to take their little short swords and attack. The first one is a 30-20. That hits. Second one is a 19, so I'm pretty sure that hits. And the last one is an 18.
18
What's
misses.
your AC?
Right now with haste, it's 19.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so 2 hit.
Good.
Cool. That's going to be for 10 plus 9, 19 points of slashing, and then I have to roll sneak attack. 9, 14 points of slashing on the first one, and 9 points of slashing on the second. Hopefully you got all that, because I don't remember.
I think so. I'm at 23 out of 65, if that helps. That seems right.
Alright, that's all of them. That's going to bring it back to Athera, and I don't think she's back in yet. She said to just wild shape and attack this person. So that's exactly what she's going to do. Let me get this cat out here. Meow.
That's a little tiny guy.
That's a little tiny guy. He is a medium creature. She has 43 hit points. She's going to make a claw attack.
Hey,
Just in time.
just in time.
Hey, I was just about to roll your attacks for you.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
No, we're back. We're back.
Oh,
I had to.
oh, yay!
Like, I had to get back to my seat. Okay.
Okay, I was just about to roll your attacks. There is a bandit in front of you with 19 health.
All right. Let me bring that up again.
I missed you, Nat.
Oh, I miss you too.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
Oh my god.
Leonix can just do 1 attack, right? Because you said attacks. Plural.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's
Alright.
just 1 attack.
Cool. I'm gonna bite.
Go
You
for it.
let her
20.
on, dude. That's pretty great.
That's definitely a
bad.
hit.
Oh, better definitely hit.
Plug him up.
11 points of damage.
Nice. This person is really weak, but not down yet. I'm gonna say you like bite them on the leg, hindering them. They're not able to run as fast, but they are really low.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. I will stay right there, wherever I am.
All right, that's going to take it to Ava. Ava, you're currently in the hallway with this injured Breeze Hand member.
I'm
But it's
gonna
your
run
turn.
up and I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna do my stabby stab. Gonna do booming blade on it as well. That is a 19 plus 9 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's horrible. So 7, sneak attack, 13, and just 2 for booming blade.
Cool. That brings him below his max HP. You stab him, and that pulsating magic reverberates through his body, and then you watch as his like nose starts to bleed, and his eyes roll back in his head, and this guy just dumps on the ground.
He's dead. Can I see them now?
Yeah. Caeda is in the cell on the right, Denny is in the further cell on the right, and Saivic is immediately to your left.
Hey, we're
They
gonna
all
get you
look
guys
at and
out.
You're like, oh my god, get us out of here, get us out of here. Caeda runs up to the bar and she's like, they took my lockpicks, can you open the door?
I sure can.
But I don't think you can do anything
Yeah,
quite on
sure can
this
in
turn.
6 seconds.
Yeah. Give me a couple seconds.
No, because I think I did. Did I do everything? I only have a bonus
Yeah.
action, and I can't lockpick on bonus actions.
Yeah, no.
Just
that
give
would
me
be
a few secs.
reserved for the thief subclass. Gwen, that is you.
Sick. I guess I will just move further into the room. I will be by whoever that is. Saivic?
He reaches out and grabs your shoulder and he's like, oh my god, I have been... Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm tweaking. I need to rescind everything I've done so far.
Why?
Whoa.
Go back a little bit.
Why?
All of it.
These
So
three,
bad.
I'm absolutely tweaking. I'm about to retcon this shit. They're unconscious in this.
Okay,
Oh.
buddy. Yeah,
So I was
okay.
just being schizophrenic, talking
Yes.
to myself.
I
I'm
was apparently being schizophrenic too, so
Yeah.
I have,
I need
I
to
said that.
go.
I have
Their
so
damage
many
from the
things.
teleportation was psychic, so
I have 2 different soundboards open. I have the stat blocks open. I have OBS to record
Yeah.
Discord so I can see.
yeah,
it all.
we're not blaming you. We're just saying it's your fault.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm
they are fully unconscious and look kind of wounded, especially Caeda and Denny. Saivic looks fine. I guess I should
Okay.
put himself up a little bit.
Zim is going to be by Denny, and as a bonus action, could I maybe like look for a possible way to open the thing?
I'll let you do like a perception check as a bonus
Okay.
action. Yeah.
Come on, baby! There's a 15 plus 2, 17.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously a key that goes to these that you do not have. Lockpicking them is going to be kind of difficult. It would be even more difficult to attempt to like bust them open. So the key is your best bet, or like some other magical means of opening them.
I'll just relay that info to Ava.
Yeah. The only other method, Zim, you have him attuned to acid. He might be able to like melt the locks and open them. If you
Can I try that?
you can absolutely try that. So on Zim's turn, I'm gonna have you give me. Let's just chalk this up to like an attack roll with
Okay.
Zim. I'll say that the armor class is the same as the DC to lockpick, which is 20. And if you hit it, it works. If you don't hit it, I'll give you advantage on the next one.
Okay. Okay,
I
so
think
plus 6. So 17 plus 6?
23. Love to see it. Zim runs up and bites the lock of this door, and the acid dripping from his mouth corrodes it and destroys the lock. And then he like pulls the door back and kind of yanks it open,
Yo, sick!
bending the hinges a little bit.
Let's go, Zim!
Zim looks at you like a big smile on his face. He's like, "Did I do good? Thumbs up."
Yeah, dude! You did so good! Go check on Denny.
He walks in and he nuzzles Denny. Denny is fully unconscious. He's not dead or like at 0 hit points. He's just asleep or something.
Okay.
All right, that is definitely your turn. Lucien, that is you.
I think after I've cast haste on Rosaries and he just runs off, I'm just like, oh, for fuck, okay. And I hear stuff coming from that direction, and I don't know what to do, so Lucian's going to have to roll a dice and just see which direction he's like, I don't know where to go. Alright, he's going. I'm just going to run after Rosaries. 1, 2, 3, 4.
As you
Somebody's
get
gotta.
closer, you just hear Rosaries like maniacally laughing. Just
Yeah,
having
he's
I'm
not
just
good.
around, and then no, I'm just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're absolutely going to take an attack of opportunity
yeah,
against
yeah,
you, by the way.
yeah.
Let's see how they do.
Weird.
Oh my god, that's a nat 1.
Oh.
They turn and swing at you, and I'm going to let Athera make another attack
Yes.
Yes.
because of that nat 1.
Absolutely.
I just prefer to view it as like Lucien was walking with his back against the other wall, being like, "Excuse me, sorry, excuse me." Like I just as polite as could be during combat, and just it's like, "Good luck."
This girl like swings her scimitar at you, and you like duck under it. It hits the wall.
But I rolled a 9.
That was rude.
A 9?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna do it.
I know.
And that's it.
I'm distracted. I'm like, Lucy, what are you doing?
We're sorry.
Leo, that is gonna be you.
I'm gonna run up to the one that Athera is fighting,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna take a swing at it with my sword. That's a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yes.
Oh, there's people there as well.
9.
They had
Damage.
8 hit points left.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm gonna let you describe it. How do you end this person? Are you going non-lethal? Are you going lethal? Where do you hit them? Give me the deets.
I'm gonna be running up real fast. It's gonna be like I'm running by Athera, and I'm just gonna swing out real fast and cut his throat, and then keep going.
Nice.
Ooh.
Thick as hell.
That's not very pacifist of you.
Yeah, dare we say it was lightning quick?
Hey David, do me a favor. You're not gonna know what this is yet, but in your notes somewhere for your character, just write down like question mark, colon, and then 1. And just keep a note of that.
He's keeping track of your body count. That's crazy.
What?
Keep track of something. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
One dead.
2 million to go.
Yeah.
Rosaris, I think that takes it to you.
Cool. I think as soon as all 3 start attacking me, I'm just gonna kind of laugh to myself and be like, odds are finally even for you guys. And gonna attack. Hasted action first. Guy, I don't care. They're identical. I don't care which one takes it.
Yeah, I'll just start at the top.
That is a natural 19.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna use the 2nd level smite spell.
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
And I think as I do this, the somatic components are going to be like, I'm not doing this because I have to. I'm doing this because I want to. And like the necklace is going to like drip the smite off of it like it's salivating at its mouth.
Dang!
Magic drips off onto your sword. You're dealing a shit ton of damage. That's 12
so that's
plus 24. That's 36. The minimum damage kills this person.
36 plus 41 plus 5 from no, not plus 41. Plus 5 is 41 plus.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Plus,
We get it.
so 41 plus 8, 49 plus 7 is 56.
Is there any body left, or?
I think for that, instead of going for the head this way, I'm going to go shoulder down to hip and just cleave through.
Yeah, you sling your greatsword into the shoulder, and then the smite is what powers it the rest of the way through, and you cleave through this person. Jesus, that hit was nasty.
I'm going to let the Dreadhelm show my face so that they can see there's a little bit of joy in my face doing this. It's not blink, it's just straight joy.
What's your spell save DC?
14. Again, not very charismatic.
You have advantage on your next attack.
Next 2 attacks, yeah. Just kidding,
Yeah.
next attack.
What?
Natural 20.
Oh.
No way.
Don't even roll damage. They're dead. It's fine.
Cool.
You literally eviscerate these 2 people, cleaving them in half, and before you even get to the last person, they drop their weapons and take a step back and raise their hands, and they're like, I surrender. I surrender. I'll help you. Just let me out.
Can I do a wisdom saving throw before I do my 3rd attack?
You absolutely can.
Is it
And
with
at third-
disadvantage?
I'll leave that up to you, but because of those crits, I think it is a disadvantage.
I think the necklace is telling me to go ahead and do it.
The necklace is called my cursed amulet, bro. The cursed amulet.
Well, it is 5 and an 8 on the dice, plus like Actually, wisdom is pretty good for me, but it's only +6, so 11 with disadvantage.
That's not gonna do it. You're wanting to end this person's life right now.
Okay.
And to put it into character, these people kidnapped Caeda. They kidnapped your classmates. You don't know this yet, but you're assuming that they hurt them, they're using them for money, they're just collateral damage, so now they get to become collateral damage. Go ahead, roll your attack.
I think as I step up to swing, I'm gonna say, it's not me killing you. You were dead the moment you laid a finger on my sister. And that is a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Cool. First level smite. 8 slashing plus 5, so 13 slashing, and then 12 radiant, so 25 total.
Damn, this person is low. Is that all you can do on your turn?
That's it.
I have a bonus
That's
action.
all you got?
You do have a bonus action.
I'm going to compel duel him.
Oh my god.
And I think it's going to be me saying, get up. Your fight's not done. Charisma 14. Spell save still sucks. So.
Yeah. It fails, or they fail.
It's a corpse. It's an object.
You feel the magic take hold, but they continue on their turn, backing up into this corner, like crawling
They leave
on the
my
ground.
area of opportunity.
They already did, but you can absolutely take that reaction attack. But you do so fully knowing that they were essentially attempting to retreat.
That's good. 15.
That is, it is their armor class. I don't know why this one says 15.
Okay.
The rest of them are 15. That's weird.
15 slashing.
Dead. You swing and cleave. Head comes clean off of this person. The other ones, that one is dead, and then this special bandit is going to run through this door and burst through, look down the hallway. Ava. Danny, you there?
Yeah.
Cool. As this next character comes out, they are wearing what looks to be like a little bit better gear than everybody else. They have this long curved sword at their hip. They run out, they slam open the door, and they come out to the hallway, and despite everyone else being there, their dead ally, Gwen, Zim, right there. You guys lock eyes, and the entire world goes pitch black except for the hallway between you and this character. To let you know, and to let everyone know, that card that you drew was the next combat. There was going to be one character that if you fought one-on-one, you kill them alone without any help, you get a level up. Here they are. They are immediately... They don't have enough of movement and action to get to you, but they are going to draw their weapon. You see their eyes meet yours. Their eyes turn pitch black, and so do yours, but you can't see it. They draw their weapon and smile a little bit, and you see two little pairs of fangs popping out of their mouth. And they're going to hold their action and attack you as soon as you get close.
Mm-hmm.
Athera, that's you.
I'm just gonna say that she just yells out like, "No one touch this one," to make that clear. So no.
Can I hear that from where I am?
You
I
have
have
really good
massive perception, and I'm a cat right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before you take your turn, just to let everyone else know, the rest of the enemies are dead. If y'all just want to go ahead and like...
We will make it clear, Rosaries. So if you do that willingly, you'll have to deal with whatever comes next then.
For the rest of you guys, if you will, prep your turns or just be ready to pass. This is the last enemy. So Athera, what you got?
I'm just gonna go ahead and move, like, behind the enemy, more to intercept Rosaries if he decides to run down, and just to hold my action to, like, step in if things go really, really wrong.
Yeah, gotcha. So if anything starts going wrong, you just have an action prepared. I'll let you keep that. Ava, that brings it to your turn.
Okay. You're gonna have to move me back.
Yeah. Are you moving up?
Yeah. But think I'm gonna try the whip though to like do the restraining as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also putting booming blade on it. Just saying. Oh, that was so close to being a 20, but it was an 18 plus 9.
That's definitely gonna hit.
Okay. So that's 10 for the whip, and then 10 sneak attack, and just 3 booming blade, and then I forgot what save it is though.
I believe it is a
Dexterity.
strength or dexterity. Yeah, dexterity.
Is it a
breaking out is a
No.
strength?
They're probably so good at that.
It's a +6. What's your DC? It should be 8 plus your proficiency bonus, which is so 11 plus your dex.
Oh, okay, plus my dex. So it's 16.
16. Okay. They rolled a 16 exactly.
Damn. Okay.
So
Was
your
that
whip
every-
starts to wrap around them, but they wiggle out of it just in time. They pull away, and the whip comes back to you, and it curls up at your feet.
All right. Can I do any type of? I should have done this first, but can I do any type of bonus action with like a poison or something?
If you want to coat your weapon with a poison as a bonus,
What if I
action,
want to throw it in their face though?
It depends on the type of poison.
What if
Some
I just
poisons-
throw a grung oil at them? I don't know
Make
what
a
it's
ranged attack.
gonna do, but a ranged attack?
And they get
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be
stuck.
like disadvantage?
Yeah.
I
since
mean,
you're
I'm
right in
not
front
gonna
of them.
miss though if I'm right in their face,
No,
right?
but they see it coming. It is with disadvantage, but it
True.
is a ranged attack, so you can use like if you have a short bow or anything, use that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, at disadvantage?
Yes, and I need you
Okay.
to actually, before you roll that, tell me which one you're using, which grung oil.
I don't know what any of them do. What's that one that Athera? It was green. Was it green? Green where she couldn't like move normally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good thoughts.
Just put it on your
Um,
fists and punch
I
it.
hated that one.
So with disadvantage, I got an 18.
Nice.
That's gonna hit. Oh my god. Okay, con save for them.
That would be really funny.
They have a +3. The
Oh.
DC is, I think, 12. Yeah. They fail.
No
Oh
way.
my god!
You
Easy.
like hit them with the whip, and as they're getting out of it, this girl looks at you, shaking off the whip, doesn't see the bottle coming, but it smacks against her face, shatters, and like this green goo splatters across her face, and you watch as she like goes to reach for you, but her feet are like stuck to the ground, and she like attempts to swing out at you with her hands, and she can't reach. Because of your swashbuckler ability, I'm gonna say that you like back up a little bit, and she can't reach you.
What does it? She can't move without like having to crawl or something?
Yeah, she has to let you know, the poison creature can't
Uh-huh.
move except to climb or make standing jumps.
So funny, okay.
Let's go through these real quick. Gwen.
I want to help Zim open up Saivic's door.
Cool. We'll have Zim get over here. You can have advantage on the attack as you help him.
Yeah, this one does not open. That is a 9 + 6. That's a 15.
It's gonna take a little bit. You guys are working on this one. You'll have extra advantage on the next one.
All right.
Lucian.
I'm gonna run around the corner and be like, Rosaries! And then see what's happened. Can I like roll a save to see if I don't throw up and I see what's in the room?
Sure. Yeah. Be my guest.
Wait, it's a beautiful sight. What do you mean?
For me. Should I roll con save then?
Yeah, I'll say either con or I think wisdom save also fits. 'Cause it's kinda
17.
like- you're good. It might be
Okay.
gross, and you might.
I think
Feel
he
uneasy.
would probably be walking in right as soon as I go to swing with my reaction. Like, the guy is
Yeah.
clearly
Yeah.
giving up.
I'm
I
sorry.
still go for it.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
So you watch as Rosari's. This person was like backing against the wall, trying to surrender, and Rosari's fully decapitates them.
I think Lucian just backs up a little bit. That's it.
All right, Leo.
I'm going to run up there where Lucian was. I guess I run past him as he's backing up, and then I see everything that's happening, and I'm going to be like, "Dear God."
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, Rosari's. That takes it to you.
If
In
you're coming
character.
my way, I'm going to start saying, Caeda, unconscious, locked in a cage, and point that way, and hope that it persuades you enough to keep going. Or snap you out of it or something.
Hey, Shorty, I think it's about time.
Huh?
I think instead
that mean?
of, as soon as you say Caeda, you would normally expect Rosaris to immediately shift his focus, and instead
Yeah.
his eyes stay locked on to the person that he wants to kill. There is no hesitation, there is no desire to save Caeda in this instant, only to But because Athera had her saved action, I will say, so that over the table I don't ruin your level up, Athera in her form has to, like, you go ahead and do an attack roll is the only way that you're going to stop me from doing it. And I will let you hit, but you have to do damage.
I feel like it's all very shocking, too, that you didn't snap out of that when I said that. So Ava's not only in a one-on-one fight right now, but she's kind of like, what the fuck is going on right now with Rosaris?
And whoever wants to, go ahead and you can do a perception check if you want.
Well, yeah. No,
Are you
I
too
don't
distracted?
Well, I was trying to distract him and it didn't work, and that
God.
was shocking.
I got a 14.
So normally y'all know that my
15.
sword or shield, the names on them are the source of my magic. But especially Lucien, when you came in, when I killed him, it was only the necklace glowing. There was no light coming from my spell, whatever you call it. Also, Athera, how much damage did I take?
It would be 9.
9. Alright. And I'll say it was my action trying to get out of it, but I don't think I can bear wrestle a magical creature while trying to kill something else.
You do have more strength, so here's what I'm gonna say. You can fully narratively say that you're just wrestling with Athera. Or if you guys want to roll athletics checks, you can. I'm gonna fully leave it up to you. I trust you as players to
Okay.
make the.
If this is what
decision.
we're going to do, then I would have used. But you're so good at this. I would have used ensnaring strike to try and you bring up vines to assist in my trying to keep him back.
Go ahead and do that. So I think Rosari's, before we even make that choice, make a strength save.
Save? Okay. This is probably not going to go well
You
for
have
y'all.
you have a lot.
I have
Take
a plus 8.
Yeah.
Plus 8. 14.
15 is the DC.
Oh my god!
I rolled
Oh!
a 6.
As you're charging
Whoa.
forward and Athera reaches up and smacks you, you reel back a little bit, and as you begin to go to charge forward again, Athera's not who you care about here. The vines reach up around your legs and your torso and are just restraining you, and you're fighting back against them, but you are stuck.
Can we say, and Zach, you can totally shoot this down, but because Athera is so passively perceptive, I feel like she's been picking up on it for a while that something's wrong with Rosaris. So while Ava is shocked, Athera is not. She fully expected something like this to happen eventually.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I'm more than
Yeah.
willing. I feel like I obviously know the hints that I've been giving, so I'm fine if you picked up on them. If you did. Like, I can't
I
tell you.
think that's why she was like waiting on the door and can actually restrain you.
You're good.
Cool.
Oh, Shorty, I guess that's an interesting point. I said I have a +8. Do I still have a +3?
Not for this save, that's for sure.
Cool. So I definitely got lower than a 15. But that's my action. Fighting the other half of the party.
With that, the bandit person is going to like crawl along the ground and go up to Ava and reach out and strike you with a claw. They are going to deal for 7 points of slashing damage.
But did you hit me?
Yes, I already rolled that. They rolled a 24.
You can't just say that and not tell me that.
Hey,
Uh,
when the
the other
DM
one-
says that hits,
You don't
go ahead and
even
assume,
get.
yes, it's just a hit.
They definitely just hit.
The other attack was a nat 1, though. You can take a reaction attack against them.
Yay! I got a.
Hey, it's
And you
better
have
than
advantage
hearing-
because they're on the ground.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
better than hearing. Does a 31 hit? Yeah. What do you think, Shorty?
How many? You said 6 damage.
Yes.
Can I just uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that takes your reaction, so you wouldn't be able to take that attack. So I'm gonna let you pick.
Mm,
Take a little bit of damage and do the attack.
I'm gonna take the damage. I
Booming
take
blade.
2d8.
Did you hit?
Mm.
I don't remember.
Yes, they do.
Booming blade.
The whole past turn has been a blaze as I fight half the party and try not to ruin Danny's fun.
Okay, I got from booming blade 12 from them moving, and then a 10 and a 7. Wait, they're on the ground. Doesn't that count as like a
Was that your reaction attack, or
hit?
okay? It's still
Yeah.
your turn. I guess
That
it's
was
Athira's turn
my
first,
reaction.
but I'm assuming that she's holding Rosari's back. So let's go ahead and resolve this. Ava, go ahead, roll your attack. You can add sneak attack to this one.
I added that actually because I thought that was my. I forgot it was my reaction. Wait, no, I can't add it. Okay, yeah. So this. Do you want to just use a sneak attack I got before? Well, I added 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 12 plus 9. Yeah, that works. So then the sneak attack would have been 10 and 9 for the sword.
So 10 sneak attack, 9 for the.
Mm-hmm. Can I
Sword.
add booming blade again? Because it's a cantrip. Does that mean I can just keep doing it?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna add that again, and then 7 more.
They're looking pretty low.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything else.
Cool.
Can
That's
I
gonna bring
bonus
it
it
to.
Attack? Can I bonus action with a dagger? I don't know how it works. Does it work like that?
I don't know. Let me look up.
No, you don't have to. We'll just keep going. It's fine.
Gwen, go ahead and take your turn. I'm gonna look this up while you do it.
All right. So advantage again.
Yep. This time you can roll 3 times and take the highest one.
Damn!
Yeah, you get advantage and advantage.
Oh, 19 plus 6, baby.
That's gonna do it. You break open the door. You get Saivic's cell unlocked. He looks relatively fine. The rest were a little beat up, bruised, a lot of scrapes, a lot of cuts. But Saivic looks relatively unharmed.
All right, then I'm gonna head to Caeda's cell in preparation for next turn.
Dang shit. I looked it up. It does not have the light property, so no, you cannot. Lucian,
okay.
That's you.
Alright. So first I'm going to run up to Leo, place my hand on the shoulder and just say, it's time. And then I'll go 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then I'm going to drop haste on Rosari's and cast onto Leo.
Ooh. Ooh, baby. I'm gonna put these markers on you also, don't forget. Oh, you're not gonna take damage, you're fine. Leo, that takes it to you.
I'm going to. Is Rosari still being held?
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
He tangled
restrained.
and unconscious at this point.
I'm not.
He's so
Don't
fucked.
give him unconscious. I'm
He's
just down.
literally. He's prone, right? Yeah.
No, he's
I am-
restrained.
Mm.
And move my fucking
The
thing.
target can't move or take action until its next turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Let me read
essentially
it out.
standing there. Like,
Your
Yeah,
speed is 0.
You're dragged off.
Attacks against you have advantage. You have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. I'm going to run straight up to Rosari's. And I'm going to grab the necklace on him and cast Remove Curse.
Ooh. You cast Remove Curse. Let me look up the spell and see if it does anything else. Rosaries, do you respond to that at all?
and I tried to stop him from touching the necklace. I
You
can't make
absolutely
any attacks, but
Well, you can't move at all.
I don't know. That's why I asked.
He's restrained. I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
yeah, I
but
don't,
because of
it's-
dropping haste.
I think
Haste-
speed
haste-
is based on like my movement speed is 0.
Yeah,
I think is
so-
what I was trying to say.
You're stunned until your next turn, so you can't take actions or bonus actions. I'm going to say do it with disadvantage, and I'll give Leo advantage. You can roll either a strength or a dex save, and Leo, you can roll a... Let's call it an unarmed strike. To grab the necklace out of Rosari's hand.
Okay.
I got 10. If that's including my +3. If not, I got a 7.
I got a
I
20.
I don't think it does. That's gonna work. Leo, Rosari's turns and tries to like grab the necklace away from you, but you reach in and grab it around him. You're like running up behind him, so you like reach, grab the necklace by the back and the front. A flash of blue light as you cast Remove Curse, and Rosari's, you are temporarily broken away from it, so you can choose to take it off, or you can choose to put it back on, unless Leo like fully just removes it from you. But
Well, I'm
to let
taking
you
it
know,
fuck off.
over the table, Remove Curse does not remove the curse on the object. It simply
Just-
allows you to take it off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Leo casts it, rips it off of you, breaks the chain, and has it in his hand. And that brings it to your turn.
And I can't do anything.
No, you cannot.
I'm just gonna sit there and like try, like half of me is struggling to get out of the binds, like, and then half of me is just like sitting there thinking, what's going on? You can see like like fading from anger to just pure confusion as to how I got here, why I'm tangled up, like what happened.
Yep. That's going to bring it to the bandit's turn. They're going to regain 10 health at the beginning of their turn, and they're going to attempt to get Ava. What's your armor class? That's a 18.
I'm at 18.
Okay, so they hit on that one. They do not hit on the second one. 7. 10 points of slashing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
All right. We get
Okay.
it.
Yeah. All right.
That's going to
Is
bring
me?
it to Athera first. But Athera, do you have anything?
Not really. I'm gonna continue holding Rosari's restrained, but as I'm seeing, like, just watching to see, like, okay, is he really completely out of it?
Yeah, we'll say that you can drop the spell at any point. You might just hold your turn for now. Ava, that takes it to you.
9 plus 7.
16. It hits.
Okay.
Barely.
So 9. 15. And 4. And I also back away a little. Like, just like 5. Just so they have to move to get to me.
Yep. They're really, really low. If you don't have anything else, that takes it to Gwen.
All right, try to break this bitch open.
Break the bitch.
You got this.
Hey guys, so apparently I'm a little stupid and forgot how to record audio properly, so the rest of this episode was completely silent. Luckily, I remember it just well enough to give you a mostly accurate abridged version. So, Rosari's just got the amulet taken off thanks to Leo and Lucian working together and casting Remove Cursed. Shortly after that, Ava wins the 1v1 against the vampire spawn, completing her little mission and gaining a level up through the magical card game that they played in the last episode. After that, the party tells Rosaris to go help Caeda, which he quickly does now that he is no longer charmed by the amulet, but as he attempts to cast a healing spell, his magic fades and dissipates, and the spell is not cast. We leave off with the 3 unconscious, and we'll see what happens in the next episode. Thanks for watching.